We welcome you live to the NASCAR iRacing FedEx Grand National Series Season number 5 race at the Auto Club Speedway in Fontana, California. We are back after, of course, the off week for both Grand National and Cup, and we are back tonight from Fontana. This is the, of course, annual race in Fontana, California for the NASCAR iRacing FedEx Grand National Series, and it is race number 3 of the Grand National Series season and season number 5. And we are in Fontana, so it's already been a pretty interesting week, of course, at Eldora and then at Kern for iCar last night. And now we go to Fontana, which was the main event. Of course, these two races, the main events of the week, I guess you can say. Of course, the NASCAR iRacing FedEx Cup Series tomorrow night. And then, of course, tonight, it is the running of the NASCAR iRacing FedEx Grand National Series, their third race here of season number 5. We're going to have cars on the racetrack for the warm-up session pretty shortly for the 70-lap race around Fontana. Race number 3 of the Grand National Series season. We got a lot to go over regarding penalties and some other things. Some driver changes as well that we're going to be talking about coming up here in Fontana. All right. So, of course, joining me in the booth tonight is going to be driver number 8, once again, Cameron Chandler, usual, and, of course, Matthew White, driver the 7 in the Cup Series. And they're going to be joining me in the booth here tonight. I'm, of course, as always, your host, Ethan Trendler, and we are ready to go here tonight from Race 3 of the NASCAR iRacing FedEx Grand National Series season, and this is in Fontana, ready to start off with our half-hour warm-up session up first. And, of course, we got 2 laps of qualifying, and then the race. Of course, going to be under the lights, as always, here in Fontana. Never been a Grand National or Cup race that wasn't under the lights in Fontana, so, of course, that will not change tonight. All right, here we go. Cars pulling on the racetrack. From Auto Club Speedway, California. You can also call it Fontana. It's got a few different names. Here we go in Fontana. Cars on the racetrack. From Fontana, California. And I think we fixed. There we go. All right. All right, as we welcome you live to the broadcast booth. So, of course, like I said, joining us tonight, Cameron Chandler and Matthew White. So, guys, it is Fontana tonight for the NASCAR iRacing FedEx Grand National Series. The last 3 seasons we've had here, they have not disappointed. Remember that photo finish with, of course, you, Cameron, and Connor Asbell back in Season 3. Season 4 had a lot of good action. I mean, do we expect more of the same tonight?
Yeah, I mean, this is an extremely wide track, one of the widest tracks we go to. It's very wide, just like Matthew White. So these guys, they can go all over the racetrack. They can go top, bottom, middle, and we see in the Cup Series, we pace 5 wide. We might even see some 5 wide green action tonight.
Yeah, of course, in the Cup Series, that's the only time we actually pace 5 wide is in the Cup Series. Don't have that tonight, unfortunately, for the Grand National Series, just a Cup Series exclusive. Here comes Max Thompson in the 48. New paint scheme this week, Chicago Cubs on the race car as he heads down the back straightaway. And back to 3 and 4.
Yeah, Matthew White has no answer whatsoever to what Cameron Taylor said to him.
Wow.
D.
Yep.
Here comes Cole Clausen in the 71, down to the 1 and 2. How about what a season so far for the M&F Racing duo of Cole Clausen and Ethan McMillan. They currently sit 1-2 in the point standings. It's been an incredible year for those guys so far. And Cole Clausen, of course, second in the points, and he brings another Greg Biffle throwback to his 3M car. As Clausen makes his way down in the 3 and 4. Ethan McMillan's got a number change tonight for tonight only because he is throwing it back to a Greg Biffle paint scheme. We'll take a look at that in a moment once he's on the racetrack. Here comes Mason Ward in the 25 machine. He got a little bit into it with Cole Wilson for last week in Richmond. Cole Wilson was actually awarded a 10-point penalty. Cole Wilson was actually not supposed to be showing up tonight because he did a little something. Cameron Chandler, if you want to explain.
Yeah, I mean, Cole Wilson, I like to make fun of him live over these streams, and for good reason. That guy's a complete idiot. He absolutely bombed the test, and he is lucky Jim Jizzle Wilson did not hear about it yet. Cole Wilson is not supposed to be on the racetrack, and if Jizzle Wilson finds out, he might be receiving a whooping. So, hopefully for Cole Wilson that Jim Wilson does not find out about Cole Wilson's horrible grades, and Hopefully those people in the chat, hopefully you guys keep on hating on Cole Wilson because I love to see it.
Yeah, Cole Wilson needs to get an education. He needs to focus on school, and he's not doing that right now. Kevin Chandler plays if you could pull up his grades if you have them. Fuck. No, sorry.
Wow, Rick Terry. Unbelievable. Oh, he's down.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. The YouTube cars going side by side. Matthew White is going to move Cameron Chandler away up the racetrack. Of course, there are YouTube cars heading door to door with Jacob Malone on their rear bumpers as they head back into 1 and 2. To the wall goes Cameron Chandler. Matthew White sliding down into there as well. Down the back straightaway goes the 54. That is Pete Tart. Full time for Cash Culp. Here is Cam Caraway as well in that Toyota, the 81. And 9 to Bryce Benson. Unfortunately for Bryce Benson, he is, of course, suspended for the NASCAR iRacing FedEx Cup Series race here in Fontana for tomorrow night. Connor Aswell, of course, your defending race winner. Bryce, of course, won the Daytona 500 of the season, had a really rough going in Richmond. Ultimately, the penalty was a suspension, so you will not see him in tomorrow night's Cup Series race, but will, of course, be in tonight's Grand National Series race as he makes his way down through 3 and 4 on the bottom of the racetrack.
I was just rudely taken away from the booth by Cole Wilson, and he is currently having issues with his audio, so there is still a chance that Cole Wilson does not figure out how to get on the racetrack because he is a complete idiot, like I said before.
Yeah, can you send me Cole's grades? That way we can analyze them on stream.
I don't have them saved.
Well, Kev is short for chemistry.
Yep, and Cole Wilson did have a 0 in one of his classes, and he also had a 59 or something.
Oh, wow.
And a 64.
Damn.
All at once.
Yeah, that's horrible. Anyways, we are on the racetrack. This track is really particular for us. Kevin Chandler being really wide, so turns 1 and 2 have little grip, turns 3 and 4 have a lot of grip, so it should be pretty interesting for sure.
Here comes the 60 of Ethan McMillan, of course, with that Greg Biffle throwback car to one of his old Busch Series cars back in the early 2000s. Ranger on the machine. I was talking to him earlier this week. He said he added the front end tape. You see the pink tape doesn't really look right, but that's actually how it was actually. That's how it actually was in real life with the pink tape for some reason all on the front end of that race car. Oh, and he's going to hit the wall. So he added that, so pretty cool little bit of a touch. Of course, going along with his teammates, Cole Clausen's car.
Yep, unfortunately for some people, Cole wasn't connected.
Yep.
We are fortunate for people like Kevin Chandler, for example.
No, I mean, that just means he's going to do something stupid in the race and we get to make fun of him later, so I'm pretty excited about that.
Here comes Herklotz in the 00 through 3 and 4. He currently, it's been obviously pretty wild start to the season so far. He currently sits 4th in the standings. So really, really good start to the year so far for Christian Herklotz. Here's Cole Clausen as well on the racetrack. And the 2 YouTube cars as well. There's the 6 is Zane Roman, the 33, that is Jacob Clarino. You got Cam Prather here in the 50, I'm sorry. Heading to 1 and 2. And here comes Cole Wilson in the 22 on to the racetrack.
And Side Day in America looks like he's figured out his way. And Cole, yeah, I guess he finally gained some brain cells after getting on the racetrack.
Yeah, clearly not. Could have used them today.
No, absolutely not. No chance. That guy sucks.
Parkings and citations.
All right, Cameron Chandler, you want to take us around a lap here in Fontana?
Yeah, this won't be a hot lap, but I'm going to the inside. We're 3 wide right now. Brody Webster and Matthew White. Brody Webster just cleans us out, so I guess we'll do it later.
Yeah, right. He needs to pay for the YouTube car repairs. By the way, Matthew White hasn't spoken in the whole string. Hello.
Oh, and around goes the 66. That was Jacob Malone on the back straightaway. So, of course, a little bit of an interesting story with the driver of the 66, Malone. So, of course, originally this season he was scheduled to be full-time in the Grand National Series. Trenton Wilkin was, of course, a third full-time year in the Cup Series. But, of course, they have had a little bit of a switch. Of course, Jacob Malone was running the Cup Series races this season so far. He won the Clash and then won his dual race as well and was sitting top 5 in the points. And ultimately, Ethan Trendler Racing made the executive decision to swap their drivers and move Jacob Malone up full-time for the rest of the season in the Cup Series. And, of course, that would obviously take away his Grand National points, which wasn't a ton of them. Really had a rough year going so far. And they ultimately decided to put Trenton Wilkin full-time in the Grand National Series for what is his now second full-time Grand National Series season. In season number 2, he won 3 races. Actually, no, he won 2 races, made it to the Championship 4, and finished second in points to Aiden Donahue. So we know Trenton Wilkin can have a good run tonight. And here goes Richard Cherry. Made the Championship 4 last season, back in the 3 and 4. Obviously, no more Final 4 anymore. Just full season points, and currently those points being led by Ethan McMillan.
Yeah, many would say Richard Cherry should have won the championship if it wasn't for Cole Wilson turning into a complete terror.
I mean, you guys totally talking about the points format as we are doing turns 1 and 2. It really makes these guys drive a lot different. With a playoff format, you kind of drive like careless. But with a full season points format, you try to be careful not to wreck the car and just try to be as consistent as possible. Whereas in a playoff format, you try, for example, 4 tires on Morrisville and not being afraid to die.
Yeah, of course. Here comes Cherry down the front straightaway. So, yeah, like he was saying, you got to be careful all season long. There's no more halfway break in the Grand National Series as well. No stage points. So, of course, you only get points for winning the pole, winning, obviously, the position points, also getting 0x and leading the most laps. Cam Caraway through 1 and 2. More cars pulling on the racetrack. Here is Trenton Wilkin involved in that little driver swap over at ETR. Of course, very good opportunity for Jacob Malone. I mean, it is just making the Cup Series even more stacked. And, of course, tomorrow night's NASCAR iRacing FedEx Cup Series race, even though we do have some drivers suspended, should be pretty interesting tomorrow in Fontana. Jacob Malone, though, so far top of the board. First 2 drivers have been won by Cup Series regulars. Of course, in Daytona, it was won by Axel Smith, his first ever Grand National win, and then last few weeks ago in Richmond, of course, won by Cameron Chandler. Here's the 99 of Payson Lindsay, just about halfway through this warm-up session in Fontana. Speaking of the point standings, let's actually take a full look of your top 10 in the standings right now. So, of course, Ethan McMillan, Cole Clausen sitting 1 and 2. It's such a mixed bag up here. I don't even know what to say at this point. Jeremiah Gauntly, of course, he is now under suspension, unfortunately for him, for the next, 2 Grand National Series races. Then, of course, Christian Herklotz sits 4th in points. Christopher Lowell sitting 5th in points. Cole Wilson there sits 6th even after his 10-point penalty at the end of Richmond. Brady Webster having a solid year so far, sitting 7th in points. Knox Thompson, you see there in 8th. Richard Cherry, I mean, he's had some bad luck on it, but still currently sits 9th in the standings. And Kylan Wilson rounds out your top 10 in points so far. So, still obviously a lot left to be decided. Only 2 races in, 20 left to go in this full season point standings.
Yep, a lot of different types of tracks. We go to Daytona once again, Talladega. We go next week to a road course, so it's gonna be a game of being versatile as well.
Got some short tracks to end off the season too. Got to North Wilkesboro, Kern, and I'm sure there's another one, Iowa. There's such a variety of tracks to end off the season. It's really gonna be interesting to see who can top it off.
Yeah, and of course that also applies to the Cup Series as well. But the Grand National Series is a little bit different. The Cup Series obviously has the chase, which is more like the full season points standings than, of course, the old playoffs. But this season, obviously, for Grand National has absolutely no interruptions whatsoever all year long. You got to be perfect from race 1 to race 22 if you want to win this title. And Ethan McMillan, of course, finished finished 3rd, I believe, in Daytona, or something like that, inside the top 5, and then got another top 5 last week at Richmond, and then obviously sits on top of the standing so far. So exactly what he needed to do to start off the year, and has a good opportunity to hold on to some good point standings here in Fontana. Currently, he sits 19th, though, on the board. Here comes Jacob Clarino down the front straightaway. Really solid run in the warm-up so far. Sits P2.
Let me tell you about Jacob Clarino. Here's the guy that has really shown a bunch of improvement since he came into the league. I remember USA, he absolutely pile drove Brody Webster into a big wreck down the back straightaway. And to be quite honest with you, when he first joined us, he was pretty horrible at the game. Got involved in a bunch of wrecks, was just slow on pace, couldn't save tire to save his life. And now, look at him, he's P2, better than Cole Wilson. At tire saving and on pace. So Jacob Clarino, especially towards the end of the season, he will be one to watch contending for race wins.
Yeah, the only issue is for him now, he's nowhere near a good point standing situation.
Yeah, well, the one thing about Jacob Clarino that really hurts him is that he kind of forgets to do the races, I think. I don't really know, either that or he fires his hauler driver. I don't know what he does, but he sits there, probably eating, actually. That's the real answer. He's probably just eating away, not racing, and that's really been hurting him.
Hard on the wall goes Trenton Wilk, and he currently sits 8th on the board. Oh, going through your top 10, we got a big crash. We got someone upside down. That is Cole Clausen. What a shock. Going through your top 10 real quick. Jacob Lowe top of the board. Clarino second. Hartglass, White. Of course, not actually going to be in the race, I believe. Benson, Tart, Gregory, Wilkin, Thompson, and now Cameron Chandler, which was actually Richard Cherry before. Cameron, now you can take us through a lap.
Well, I'm kind of in the middle of this lap, so I'll go around and get to the start finish line. I set it up and tell you what to do. Well, I don't really know what to do. I'm kind of slow, but I can give you guys a good idea. So here we go. You want to set up along the wall. Don't get in the wall. That happens sometimes, though. You want to be all the way up here. Get as big of a run down as you can. Probably you want to drop down, but I don't really care enough. But luckily for me, I have Max D for Flippy. He's right in front of me. He's going to give me a big toe down the start-finish line to start our lap. And to turn number 1. Almost 200 miles an hour in this Xfinity car. Driving in fairly deep. Right against this wall. I would like to be a little closer. I lost all my speed. I am on some worn tires. Cole Wilson's probably going to clean me out. He sucks. Going to turn number 3. Send it in decently deep. Drive it down to the paint. I definitely missed it a lot. I'm on old tires. Going to wash up. Avoid Max D for Flippy. And get all the way down here. Pretty much through the grass. And that's a lap here at Fontana Speedway that no longer exists.
Yeah, unfortunately, NASCAR got rid of one of the best tracks in the sport, because that's just what they do. But fortunately, we can still do it here in the NASCAR iRacing FedEx League. We don't get rid of our best tracks like NASCAR does. All right, 10 minutes to go here in Fontana. In the warm-up session, we got a car crash. That's Pace and Lindsay. I mean, like we said, still more drivers under suspension. I mean, Alexander Ortega still under his suspension, of course. Jeremiah Gauntly under the suspension, like we said, for Grand National. Aiden Hulse, of course, he's a full-time Cup driver, but he's also suspended here tonight. We have some. Oh, now we got the 2 of Brody Webster. He's going to go around here down the front straightaway. Max DiFilippi is actually going to have to start at the rear of the field tonight. And then we're going to have drive-throughs for both Christopher Lowell and Ethan McCook in this race as well. So a lot of penalties after Richmond. We're not going to say. You can go back and look at it yourself and figure out why.
A lot of people were very naughty a few weeks back at Richmond. I'm not really sure what got into the air. Maybe Cole Wilson had something to do with it. He likes to wreck a lot.
I mean, yeah, he was one of the guys penalized.
Yeah, and, you know, it shows, too. Like, when you have people going into the YouTube stream and absolutely dogging you. I think Cole Wilson had about 5 people realizing how awful he is. And I don't think I've ever seen that in the 2 years of being a part of FedEx.
Yeah, a lot of fans were very, very upset with Cole Wilson, but hopefully he can turn it around tonight. Looking to get a win, maybe. He sits now 8th on the board. There is Max DiFilippi. Max DiFilippi, of course, he now runs a Ford.
Yeah, and if Cole Wilson wins the race tonight, it's going to be a holiday day in America. So, out of the morning, it's going to be.
Yeah, I mean, there is one, you know, the commentators are supposed to stay neutral, except for Cole Wilson. Everyone is supposed to hate on Cole Wilson. He is completely, like I said, he is horrible. He races in real life, but he still sucks. So, if you want someone to hate watch Cole Wilson.
Yeah, pretty unexcusable by Cole Wilson to do that. Yeah, so a lot of drivers under suspension. Unfortunately, a couple of drivers are going to miss this race. So it's going to be, I don't know, a little bit of a smaller field. Currently have 29 cars, well, actually 28. I believe Gauntley, he's not supposed to be here. I don't know why he's in the field right now. He obviously will
Oh
not
my
race.
God. Matthew White needs an ambulance.
No replay. Here comes Jacob Clarino down the back straightaway. Still sits second on the board. We haven't really seen anyone improve lately, at least at the top so far. How about Herklot sitting P3 on the board right now? I mean, he's shown so much improvement. It started late last season, and now sits top 5 in the standings 2 races in.
Yeah, what I was talking about with Jacob Clarino, that could definitely apply to Christian Herklotz too. TCMC lost them to QM Questionable Motorsports over this past offseason, and that is a huge move for QM. Christian Herklotz has been, by far, I believe, the most improved driver over the last season. He's had some promising runs in iCar, and even I believe in Xfinity, I'm not too sure. But he definitely is a driver that has a lot of promise moving forward.
Oh my goodness, Jacob Clarino right in front of the path of Michael Gregory. There goes Rojan Koch as well. Rojan Koch, of course, missed the season opener in Daytona. Oh, did not qualify for that race. We have a massive crash collecting Max DiFilippi. Another, there goes Cole Clausen on by, spinning around is the 2. That's not Brody Webster. Not really sure who that is. That's actually Maddox Beard running a taken number.
Maddox Beard must have forgot he went, he's no longer the 2. He was the 2 a few seasons ago. Not anymore, though.
That was back in, like, season 3, I think.
Yeah.
Here's Aiden Slightum in the 42 car. There's the 27 Rojan Koch as well at the bottom.
Speaking of Aiden Donahue, one of the Xfinity Series kings, has connected, and he is out to play here in Fontana.
Yeah, of course, Aiden Donahue holds the all-time wins record. Cameron Chandler's been trying to catch him as of late when his part-time starts. Both of those, of course, full-time in the Cup Series. Yes, tonight, another night that we see a Cup driver go to victory lane. Would not be very surprised, especially with either Jacob Malone and Aiden Donahue. Oh, Malone in the wall. Three wide down the back straightaway. Heading back to 3 and 4. Oh, Malone pressures Matthew White in the Q2 car on the bottom. All right, so about 5 minutes left to go in this warm-up session. So, Cameron Chandler, who has impressed you so far in this session?
I don't really know. I haven't really been around anyone, but I can tell you who impressed me for being awful. Payson Lindsay, what are you doing? You're crab walking in the middle of the track, and Cole Wilson hit a parked car.
Wow, that's just a mid-meeting down the front straightaway.
I mean, that was unbelievable. I mean, Payson Lindsay, he had no back bumper. He's crab walking down the straightaway. And Cole Wilson, I mean, this is why he needs glasses. He just drives right into the back of a parked vehicle. I mean, this is just ridiculous.
Eli Franklin just got into the wall. He currently sits 20th on the timing sheets, of course, full-time this season for Ethan Trendler Racing. He's also in the booth. Most races for the Cup Series as well. My booth partner on Thursdays. Here's Trenton Wilkin. There's Knox Thompson, who now, of course, Trenton, new full-time driver. Just got moved down to the Grand National Series. Knox Thompson, of course, full-time Grand National as well. Another full-time driver, Jacob Carino. There's another one, the 12 of Max DiFilippi. So, I mean, obviously some drivers moved up full-time to the Cup Series from Grand National last season. Cole Wilson, your defending series champion, that, of course, does stay in Grand National, but currently sits 8th on the board. The Cup Series driver could very well win this race tonight. Would not be too surprised. Oh, hard to the wall. My God, Matthew White. So 70 laps, of course, here tonight in Fontana. No halfway break, as always, for the Grand National Series nowadays. And here they come, Aiden Donahue and Trent Wilkin on the racetrack. So much history, so many victories between these two. Remember back in their championship battle back in season number 2. They're both, of course, originally both full-time in the Cup Series this year. For their once again, they've done multiple Cup Series seasons so far. But, of course, Trenton Wilkin gets moved down full-time to the Grand National Series for the rest of the year. He'll be making some part-time starts in the Cup Series here and there. Switching, of course, with Jacob Malone. Of course, all Cup Series drivers get an 8 race limit in the Grand National Series. Zane Romano way up the racetrack in that 6 car. All right. Side by side between 2 Ford Mustangs here is Zane Rahman and Mason Ward. Mason Ward, of course, first full-time year for him, rookie. And Zane Rahman becoming, I don't want to say a veteran yet, but he's becoming more of an established driver in the league. Of course, this is where it started back in season number 4. He sponsored Payson Lindsay's car in the Cup Series that nearly won the Cup races. Trenton Wilkin moves up the 2nd on the board here behind his teammate Jacob Malone. So it's an ETR 1 and 2. And this is where it all started. Now, of course, has the race teams in both Cup and Grand National, and drives full-time in the Grand National Series. Here's Rojan Koch behind him, former full-time driver Wyatt Youngblood in that 65 machine. All right. Minute and 45 seconds left to go as Aiden Donahue goes now across the line. He was 29th on his opening lap. The warm-up session. Lap number 2 brings him to P22. So he could be a strong contender for the win tonight. There's Christian Erklotz as well. He could be a pretty big underdog for this win tonight. I would not bet against him tonight. Christian Erklotz, he looks really good so far, 5th on the board. Erklotz looking for his first ever win. 2nd full-time season in the Grand National Series. Of course, his first season was more of a learning year, just getting used to the race car, obviously. Didn't make the playoffs. Now with no playoffs anymore, he's got an even bigger job, but he's handling it really, really well. Oh, into the wall goes Matthew White, crashing with Cameron Chandler. All right, 45 seconds to go. Just warm up in Fontana. The sun begins to set. Under the lights pretty shortly as well. This one, of course, always a night race. The Grand National Series has seen some really good moments. Of course, remember that photo finish between Connor Asbell and Cameron Chandler back in Season 3. That's a very memorable one. Some others involved in there as well. We are looking forward to this one in Auto Club, Fontana, California. Comes Aiden Donahue back on the racetrack. So, of course, Jacob Malone, he will end top of the board for the looks of it here in practice. Wilkin will be 2nd. Perino ends at your top 3. Yes. Prepared and ready to go here tonight in Fontana. This is the NASCAR iRacing FedEx Grand National Series, and we're ready to go qualifying in Fontana, California tonight for race number 3 of the season. Who is going to win the pole? Of course, the pole position awarded a bonus point, as always, unless they're a full-time Cup driver. Full-time Cup drivers obviously don't get any points. Here we go in Fontana for qualifying. Car's going to pull on to the racetrack. All right, here we go. It is qualifying time in Fontana, so 2 laps to qualify in Auto Club for the pole. Let's go through our little pole predictions real quick. So obviously who we picked to win the pole. I'm going to go out on a limb. He wasn't very fast in practice, didn't get too many laps, but I'm going to go with Aiden Donahue to win the pole here.
I think that's a horrible pick because Aiden Donahue normally does not qualify for these races. Hold on, let me get to, let's see. I think I'm going to go with Jacob Malone. He's, what? I think
Aiden
I'm gonna go
Donahue
with
always
Jacob Malone.
qualifies.
Hold on, let me go fact check, hold on.
Okay. I don't remember the last time he didn't qualify. All right, cars on the racetrack, though, of course, got 2 laps to do it. You can maybe, you don't want to obviously make a mistake on lap 1, but will we see improvements on lap 2?
Yeah, I just talked to Aiden, and he's not qualifying you, Tubbalord, so I would pick again.
Well, Aiden usually qualifies, so I'm not really sure what's going on there.
Oh, wait, hold on. Let me try that again.
Christian Herklotz. He's my pole prediction for tonight. I'm going to go really out on a limb now, but he looked really good in practice. You never know.
Hey, Tubby, he told me he doesn't usually qualify for Xfinity, so I don't know what you're smoking.
He doesn't do Xfinity. Or Xfinity. Nice try, Cameron Chandler. Grand National.
Oh.
I've never heard of the Xfinity series before in my life. All right. Cole Clausen so far top of the board. Pete Tart second. Jacob Clarino drops top of the board. Herklotz is now P2. Payson Lindsay goes in third. Prather is fourth. Watching Herklotz in the 0-0 there. There's the 60 of Ethan McMillan, of course, your points leader. Down the back straightaway goes Jacob Clarino in his final lap. Same thing with Cole Clausen. Here is Pete Tart in the 54 machine. Rojan Koch through 3 and 4. Down the front straightaway goes Veloquez, then the 93 car. Max DiFilippi goes across the line. He is third on lap 1. So we'll see if lap 2 brings improvements for these drivers. Trenton Wilkin pulling on track. Rich Cheery as well. And Wyatt Youngblood. Through 3 and 4 goes Zane Rahman. Coming across the line for Ace Stockport in that 7 car. Jacob Malone down the front straightaway as well. Herklotz, Lindsay now moves up to third. Herklotz, I don't think, improved. He is second. So far from provisional pole, it is Jacob Clarino. Here's Jacob Malone, was top of the board in practice, just moved full time to the Cup Series, swapping that Cup ride with Trenton Wilkin. Through 3 and 4 goes the 22 of Cole Wilson, your defending Grand National Series champion. Ooh, he slides around a little bit. Heading down the front straightaway yet again. Knox Thompson is 7th. Brody Webster is up in 9th. Ethan McMillan, your points leader, is 10th. Across the line goes Cole Wilson in the 22. Defending champ goes third on lap 1. Through 3 and 1 and 2 goes Bryce Benson in the 9. Suspended for the Cup Series. Jacob Malone, second on lap 1, but still, Clarino is top of the board. Can Malone improve? Cheery goes P3. Here comes Wyatt Youngblood across the line. What is this going to be with the driver of the 65? Not a very good time from the looks of it, I don't think. No, he's just starting his lap, actually. Here's Rich Cheery, final lap down the back straightaway through 3 and 4. Now goes to the 1 of Trenton Wilkin. You got about 1 minute and 20 left to go. Here comes the 9 of Benton across the line. The 22 of Cole Wilson as well. Wilson, Mason Ward having a great qualifying effort for him in 8th. No improvement so far I've seen. Across the line goes Zane Rahman. I believe Jacob Malone already finished his qualifying. Yes, he did. He is currently second. Here's Trent Wilkin down into 1 and 2. 55 seconds to go. Can anyone knock off Jacob Clarino? What a qualifying effort for him so far. Cam Caraway down through 3 and 4. On the bottom. Oh, he slides. Almost went around as he heads down the front straightaway yet again, that 81 machine. Caraway across the line. Maddox Beard goes 4th. Benton goes P3. Trent Wilkin across the line. He was top 10 in practice, and he goes 4th in qualifying. Good start. Now, of course, looking to go full-time for the rest of the Grand National Series season, obviously. Wyatt Youngblood across the line here in that 65 machine. Youngblood, let's update. Youngblood will qualify in 20th. And that will do it. It's going to be a first career pole for the 33 of Jacob Clarino. What a job well done for him. Cameron Chandler said he was looking really good so far coming into this race on pace, and really, really impresses in qualifying. Jacob Clarino on pole for the first time in his career as we welcome you to Fontana tonight for the Grand National Series race number 3 of the season. All right, Cameron Chandler, this is your job. Go through the top 10.
Yeah, on the pole, we got Jacob Clarino. How about that qualifying effort? He would have been one of my picks, but I thought he was a professional choker. Not today. He's starting from the pole into his outside. New Cup Series driver Jacob Malone in the number 66. In row number 2, Bryce Benton suspended from the Cup Series race tomorrow. He will be racing tonight in the number 9 Allegiant Chevrolet for Team Chevy Motor Club. And Trenton Wilkin now returning back to the Xfinity Series full time. He'll be starting on P4. Richard Cherry in that 8 car, man, that red Monster Energy Chevrolet for Chandler Wilson Racing. He'll be starting 5th. To his outside is well, I guess he's the number 2, but he's not supposed to be. It's Maddox Beard. And I don't even, what is this? I don't care.
7.
Christian Herklotz, Cole Wilson, you suck. Payson Lindsay and Max DiFilippi will round out your top 10, and I have to do admin stuff. So nice try, Ethan Chandler. Share your screen.
Okay. All right. Here we go in Fontana. This is the NASCAR iRacing FedEx Grand National Series. So, of course, like I said, the rest of the field is on the left side of the screen. This is Auto Club Speedway. 70 laps on the table here tonight. No halfway break, obviously, usually for the Grand National Series these days. So Jacob Clarino, really good start, obviously, for his point standings now. After having no points entering this race, he's going to get a bonus point by starting on pole. Your points leader, Ethan McMillan, going to be starting all the way back in 19th place here tonight. His teammate Cole Clausen sitting 2nd in points, currently sits 15th. And here we go. Car's going to roll off the grid.
Ethan Chandler, what are we doing? We're not sharing our screen.
It just, oh my God, what is it doing? I just shared it and just completely unshared again. Oh my God. All right. Cars now roll on to the racetrack. Here in Auto Club. Sun is setting. It's a beautiful night of racing. Cars come down to check pit road speed this time by. Roll here down this backstretch. So, of course, it was a wild one in Richmond a few weeks ago. So many cautions. Hopefully we get a little bit of obviously a much cleaner one tonight in Fontana for the 70-lap race at Auto Club Speedway. Some drivers suspended, some drivers penalized, and there will be some drivers going to the rear of the field, including Max DiFilippi, who starts 10th tonight. He'll be actually starting in the back. Ready to come check pit road speed, and these gyros will also check their pit boxes. Of course, there will be green flag pit stops tonight if we get some green flag runs. The fuel window is about lap 35 to lap 40, so obviously can't make it to the end on fuel. So we'll have a guaranteed pit stop, at least probably multiple in this race. All right. It's Auto Club Speedway. This is the NASCAR iRacing FedEx Grand National Series. Ready for race number 3 of the year. After the Christmas and New Year's break, we are finally back and ready to go in Fontana. Jacob Clarino on pole. He obviously needs a lot of points tonight. Has a good opportunity to get them. Already got that pole bonus point. Can he score some good race points as well? All right, as cars roll down this backstretch, ready to come to green this time by. Max DiFilippi will go to the rear of the field after his penalty in Richmond, so he'll be starting in the back, obviously, as the cars in the back will roll off. He's starting right behind Eli Franklin.
Those other two, Ethan McCook and Christopher Law, they are not here, so they will be serving their penalty next week.
Of course, next week in Sonoma. But we're all about tonight in Fontana. We're back from the break finally, and we're ready to get this one underway. 70 laps, ready to go in Fontana for the NASCAR iRacing FedEx Grand National Series here in season number 5. The pace car is in. First career pole for Jacob Clarino. He's going to lead this field to the green flag. We are racing in Fontana here in season number 5 for the Grand National Series. Green flag is in the air. We're underway. Three wide already in the back. This track has about 5 lanes deep, and now you got a car coming to the outside for the race lead. Look at Jacob Malone already on Clarino as they head down the backstretch for the opening time. Malone is just about clear, but Clarino tries to fight back to the inside through 3 and 4. Opening lap, and Jacob Malone now clear for the race lead. Into second goes Clarino, his teammate Richard Cherry that runs third. Now he's going to get a run on him as they go back side by side for second place. Clarino losing spots in the opening lap, and lap 1 will be led by Jacob Malone in the 66 machine. Here comes Cherry to the inside of Clarino, and Trent Wilkin goes 3 wide on the bottom for second. What a move by that one car.
Wilkin said, I'm just now rejoining this series. I got no time to waste as there's already a caution on the speedway.
Oh, multiple cars involved. Rojan Koch, the 81 of Cam Caraway, and Brody Webster. Thought we were done with this. So obviously something happened back here that was pretty bad. Let's take a look. Aiden Donahue gives the 80, or I thought he was giving that car a shove. Oh! Did he just come down, Brody, I believe? And then Brody came back up and destroyed Rojan Koch. That is going to end Rojan's day. Might end all 3 of their days. Let's look from the blimp here with Cam Caraway. I'm not really sure what he was doing there.
Yeah,
it looked like he cleared himself.
Yeah, let's get to the blimp. They entered the quarter 4 wide.
Oh no, Brody came up.
No, I think they both are just going for the same piece of real estate. Caraway thought he was going to be way lower. Brody thought he was going to be against the wall. Just one of those unfortunate racing incidents here at Auto Club. The track is very wide, but people expect them to use all those lanes. Don't always have to do that here, and that's just what happened.
Yeah, not a good start, though, for Rojan Koch. Exactly what he did not want to see. And he had nowhere to go. Right in the lap. Tried to go bottom, but Brody Webster, oh, man. So unfortunate. I mean, Rojan really has had a history of bad luck, and this continues.
I'm not sure if he's finished the race yet this season, and I don't think a single one of them has been his fault. He just always is wrong place, wrong time. And this is always the worst feeling, getting wrecked out before you even make it to lap 3. I mean, he was on the start of lap 2, and he's already out the race.
Wow, that's so unfortunate. Cam Caraway probably taken out this one as well as him and Brody Webster just got together, fight for the same track real estate like we said. And here we go. Nobody, I don't think, going to pit already. You have 3 sets of tires sitting on pit road for this one. All right. Of course, there is Koch and Cam Caraway both sitting on pit road. I think we're going to choose next time by. And Jacob Malone, what a restart, or what an initial start, I should say, through this race he had. Got to the lead, and Jacob Clarino, your pole sitter, falls all the way back now to 4th place, so not a very good start for this 33 car. We have some cars in the back pitting. Michael Gregory, Pete Tart on pit road. Same thing with Brody Webster. He's trying to repair his damage. Caraway and Koch, at least, they're going to be multiple laps down if they can't get their cars back on the racetrack. They haven't officially left the track just yet. Eli Franklin also pitting back there. Richard Cherry, that was able to move up in the 2nd place. 3rd place is that one car of Trenton Wilkin. I mean, we saw Trenton go 3 wide for 2nd place. He actually gained a spot from doing that. So, really wanting to make sure that he's known returning to the series. Wasting no time whatsoever going for aggressive moves. I mean, he never really, like, in the Cup Series at least, he never really, I would say, excelled. Made the playoffs last season, got eliminated in round 1, never won a race in the Cup Series. Obviously, in Grand National, he's won multiple races, made it to the championship 4 one year, nearly won a title, and runs 3rd tonight. Definitely feels a little bit more confident in the Grand National Series, and that's why he's back full-time. Get ready for the choose. Wilkins, another driver that needs good points tonight if he wants to keep contention in the championship. Outside goes Jacob Malone. Inside, that'll give Cherry the inside lane. Outside, Wilkin. So a lot of cars, a lot of top cars here choosing the outside lane. As Freddie Webster now pulls off of pit road. Here is Pete Tart as well. And Michael Gregory catches back up. So Cam Caraway and Rojan Cook probably both out of the race. Very unfortunate incidents to start off their days, which will ultimately end their days as well. Oh, that's the wrong camera angle. Sorry about that. All right. We're going to restart here on lap 6 in Fontana. As they head down the back straightaway, ready to go back green. Watch Aiden Donahue back there. He is running currently in, I believe, 19th place. So watch out for him as this race continues to go on.
A whole lot of monster on that inside lane. All top 3 of them.
I know.
And
then Mason Ward is Cole Wilson's best friend there as well.
Yeah, I mean, Mason Ward was a blue-collar racer at Richmond, and Cole Wilson just mowed him down. That was ridiculous. I can't believe that.
Yeah, unbelievable actions by Cole Wilson, resulting in that 10-point penalty. Now he's behind the sticks. He's going to restart here in 5th, but we're ready for the restart. How about Jacob Malone choosing the outside from the lead? As we come back into the Geico restart zone, we are back to green in Fontana. Ooh, Malone, a bit of an interesting start up in the outside lane. Thought there was going to be some wheel spin. There might have been from Trenton Wilkin. Kind of checks up the top with Bryce Benton and Maddox Beard. And Cherry and Florino push each other around and get clear on Wilkin. Now to the inside goes Richard Cherry, looking for the lead almost to Malone. Malone blocks him off. You got Cole Wilson trying to get in the third back there. They're 3 wide further back. Look at Mason Ward in the 25 down low. Oh, and the wall goes Bryce Benton.
Here comes Richard Cherry now to the inside of Jacob Malone for the lead.
Look at
side by side in those 3.
Oh. A little bit of contact as they head back to the 3 and 4. Malone up the racetrack, and Richard Cherry is going to clear for the race lead in Fontana.
Oh.
And here,
contact back in the field. Kristen Herklotz in another car. They're 3 wide right now.
And back to the lead. Oh, Malone. Contact! Malone runs into the door of Cherry. I don't think Cherry's going to appreciate that. I mean, maybe Malone thought he got used up a little bit. As they head back into 1 and 2. Oh, slow car. Rojan Cook pulling back on the racetrack.
I don't know how that car's still alive, but Richard Cherry, he's still fighting back on the outside. He's going to be sliding in line now, looking back to the inside.
Malone tries to tuck him off, but here comes Cherry. Back down, look at Cole Wilson. 3 wide on the outside lane for the lead. As they head back into 3 and 4, Cole Wilson up top splits these 2. And he is going to maybe surge the front. We'll have a shove maybe from Jacob Malone heading down the front straightaway. New leader, Cole Wilson. How about that?
And what a move by Cole Wilson in turn number 3 and 4. He got the 2-for-1 special. He's going to try to look to drive away as the 2 guys behind him, they're side by side. They clear out now. All of them slot back in throughout the top 5.
Here comes Florino now trying to get 3rd place back away after starting on pole. How about Mason Ward? What a run he's having in 5th place so far. He got the 2 of Maddox Beard to the inside of Bryce Benton as they head down the back straightaway into turns 3 and 4. Aiden Donnie, who's up to 11th place as well.
We're going to get the gas going. Bryce Benton and Maddox Beard, they have been going at it with each other and Kristen Herklotz. Herklotz has fallen back now, but they are... Oh, we got trouble in the back.
Oh, big wreck. 1 car in the wall. Hopefully we stay green because it's not really worth the yellow. I think, yes, we will stay green. No caution. As they head back into 1 and 2. Bryce Benton up the racetrack in that 9 car. The only one usually really running the outside, obviously, that wears out your tires more. Don't want to do that too early in the race too many times. Cole Wilson has the lead as they head down the back straightaway. Look at that's Cole Clausen to the inside of Wyatt Youngblood in the 3 and 4.
Oh, look at Youngblood, though, surging on the outside. He almost is going to clear 3 cars now. He's all the way back to the outside of Benton.
Oh, he's going to get a run on Bryce Benton. He might shove him down this front straightaway. You got Clausen trying to find a place in the line. But the 2 of Maddox Beard, Christian Herklotz now runs in 10th. Aiden Donnie is still there, P11.
Benton wants to make his way through the field. He's just stuck behind Mason Ward and Maddox Beard. Benton and Beard are good friends, but they are not giving up position to each other. Yeah,
they're obviously good friends off the track, but on the track, I mean, unless you're teammates, then you're not really the best of friends, but they are teammates, I guess you could say, at TCMC, but still even the teammates race a lot.
I was about to say, Bryce Benton doesn't care if you're his teammate.
Yeah.
However, but look at this battle for the lead. Richard Cheery to the inside of Cole Wilson.
And they were battling there as well. Look at this, 4 wide down the front straightaway real quick for a second. My goodness. There's still 3 wide heading down the front stretch again. But Richard Cheery to the inside of his teammate Cole Wilson. So much action to watch as they head back into 1 and 2. Look at this back here side by side. And as well for the lead, almost contact, leaning on each other back through 1 and 2.
Big pinch by Cole Wilson made Richard Cheery have to back out of the gas. That's going to let him get back clear. Let's see what Jacob Malone will do. He's going to be looking to save his tires and have a run on him later.
These top 3 have all won in the league at Michigan. Cheery and Wilson both in Grand National the last 2 years. Malone in the Cup Series last season. They've never won in Fontana, but obviously a very similar racetrack. As they head down the front straightaway, Cheery back to the inside with the lead on Cole Wilson. Door to door down the front straightaway. Cheery on the bottom almost clears him. He might, and he will. New leader Richard Cheery in Fontana. As they continue to race like a
switchback.
Bryce Benton just got around Clarino.
Cole Wilson was looking for the switchback. Richard Cheery blocked it off well. Wasn't much he could do. But yeah, as you said, Bryce Benton, he's on the move. Him and Maddox Beard up to 4th and 5th, looking to make a move on Jacob Malone now.
It is a pack. It looks like it's Daytona out here right now as they head side by side once again down the front straightaway. As this run goes on, though, they probably would start to spread out.
Yeah, that is something you typically see here at Auto Club. These long straightaways really allow for a lot of draft to happen. A lot of these guys, they get to keep up with each other. But just wait about 15 laps into the run. That's where you really start to see the tires, and that's why I expect to see guys like Aiden Donahue start really going.
Yeah, Aiden Donahue just passed Cole Clausen for 10th place there. Gets the run on the 2nd place driver in points as they head down the back straightaway yet again. I have a feeling tonight we'll see a lot of point shakeups, though, at the top as they head back. Oh, Mason Ward way up the racetrack, made contact with the back of Bryce Benton, trying to avoid the contact with the 2 of Maddox Beard and nearly wrecks, but saves the race card. Good job by Mason Ward.
He's still on the wall, though. Here comes Gregory now ducking to his inside.
Knocks Thompson as well.
It's Lesson and Dyson through him.
Yeah, Gregory was just pitted under the last caution flag. So he's, I believe, on fresher tires, ever so slightly at least.
He was looking like the average New Jersey driver on any given highway, but here comes Jacob Malone all over the back bumper of Cole Wilson. These 2 are not best of friends.
The 5 of Gregory just got completely sideways. Sorry about that. As they head down the back straightaway for P2, Jacob Malone and Cole Wilson. What a send by the 66. Had a little contact with Cheery earlier. How will it brew now? Oh, Wilson going to get moved up the racetrack ever so slightly. Malone trying to maybe keep it out of the door. The 22 he will as they head back down the front straightaway single file. Wilson, though, has a run on Cheery. Oh, he gets to the wall a little bit.
She's an avid piece of the racetrack trying to get around Cheery. See, none of them go to the top yet, though. They're all still trying to save some tire, but they still want the lead.
These top 3 have been all over each other, all run long. So once again,
big run from Jacob Malone. He's going to push Cole Wilson down the back straightaway. See if Cole Wilson can get there into 3. Not quite what Maddox Beard had an issue for a moment. Jacob Clarino got into his back bumper.
Yeah, and here comes Aiden Donahue to the inside as Cole Clausen almost got loose up on the outside. Donahue, low side, the Cup Series driver on Jacob Clarino for 6th place. Donahue is so good here at Fontana. 1 in the Grand National Series here back in Season 2, 1 in the Cup Series back in Season 3. Side by side for 6th.
Yeah, look at this action behind them. Cole Clausen, Christian Herklotz, and Wyatt Youngblood, they are going at it. Came close to contact several times. They continue on into 3.
Yeah, Herklotz the 0-0 on the bottom as they fight for the final spots inside the top 10. Herklotz going to try to slide up the racetrack. Nearly made contact with the 71 of Cole Clausen. Not really sure how much Cole's going to appreciate that one. Still obviously only lap 16 in this race, but they're 3 wide, heading down the front straightaway yet again. Battle for 9th continues. Back at a 1 and 2.
Mason Ward had a peek at 4 wide for a moment. He thought better if he wasn't able to get there. Cole Clausen ripping the outside. Hopefully for him, he gets clear. Herklotz not quite.
It is getting dicey. Oh, in the wall! Mason Ward with Michael Gregory, I believe. That's going to give these 2 some damage. Mason Ward has been roughed up lately. He's got Knox Thompson back to his inside as they head side by side once again down the front straightaway. What is the battle for 11th place?
We do got radioactive from Michael Gregory. He just said if Mason Ward cannot commit and pulls another move like that, he will just drive through him. And here comes Cole Clausen to the inside.
Here on Christian Turklotz, back in a 1 and 2 they go. Side by side, the 71 on the 00. Also got Clarino looking to the inside on Benton. Has to fall back in the line. McMillan almost made contact with what is Velasquez back there. Zane Rahman runs back there in the 6 as well. As they head back into 3 and 4. Been a really aggressive race so far. You can see the pack starting to maybe spread out a little bit into the wall. Goes that 93 Velasquez. Your points leader, Ethan McMillan, falls back now to 16th. Trent Wilkin.
Some of the field spread is definitely from these guys fighting for their lives to hang on to these positions. I mean, they have lost themselves several tenths just going at each other and tire wear.
Aiden Donahue here on Maddox Beard. They're starting a battle for 6th place again. Beard is down, and Donahue is kind of stalled out there in 7th. Maybe trying to save a couple of some tire wear, I guess you could say. 3 wide almost for a second, back to 3 and 4. Side by side, almost contact between Mason Ward and Cole Clausen. And Clausen falls back in line into his 10th place. Lap 20 we go in Fontana. So like we said, fuel window maybe lap 35 to lap 37. Most of these leaders didn't pit on the opening caution of the race. So if we stay green for a while, we would expect pit stops maybe in the next 15 or so laps. Here's Donahue now to the inside on Maddox Beard, though. And for the lead, look at Cole Wilson back up there in Richard Chiri's teammate.
Cole Wilson has been trying to stage that move for the past 5 laps. He's been looking to the outside every single chance he's gotten in turn 3. Hasn't been able to do it, and now here comes Jacob Maloney. He's going to capitalize off of Cole Wilson's mistake. Yeah,
side by side once again. Bryce Benton back there running in 4th. He's having a solid day as they head back into 1 and 2. Aiden Donahue got around what is Maddox Beard for 6th. Malone trying to clear Wilson on the inside lane for 2nd. Oh, almost contact. This is exactly where Cole Wilson wrecked last season. Down the backstretch in Fontana, took him out of the race. It was with Ortega. Of course, Ortega currently suspended in Grand National. He'll be back in a few races time after Sonoma, as Malone takes 2nd away. Marino now tries to hold on to this spot, battling for 5th with Aiden Donahue, who moves up the racetrack and looks to maybe go to the inside. Down the front straightaway.
I'm starting to wonder, one of these guys going to start exploring more lines and going up to the top. They don't have much left on this fuel run. They can afford to start burning up the tires, trying different lanes, but so far none of them have done it. I'm starting to wonder, even is the top even fast? As there has been a big accident on the front straightaway. I think someone just blew up. No, someone on the pit road just blew up. My bad.
All right. Gave us a little bit of a scare there. My goodness.
Yeah,
back to 3 and 4.
I was concerned. I mean, the leaders were half a lap ahead, and they just blew up. Hold on.
As they head down the front stretch, here we go. Jacob Malone on the bumper of Richard Chiri. He's going to move to the inside as once again Malone trying to retake the lead here in Fontana. Side by side, back through 1 and 2.
He's tired of waiting around. He wants to take the lead back from Richard Chiri, but Chiri has that outside line. He's going to be able to pin him down.
Oh, contact!
Malone doesn't care, though. He's up the track and almost puts him in the wall.
Chiri had the lift up, I believe. Oh, no, Wilson on his bumper gave him a bit of a shot, heading down the back straightaway. And here comes Benson now on Cole Wilson. He takes advantage of the stack up for 3rd.
Quickly on the radio to apologize to Chiri, but that caused absolute chaos. What will Jacob Clarino do here as the 2 in front of him are side by side?
You got a lap car Brody Webster they're going to catch. Side by side, down through the front straightaway once again for 3rd place. Aiden Donahue sits there in 6th. There's the lap car, the 2 of Webster. Might compromise some of the lines over here. This could get interesting as they head down the back straightaway. Trying to get out of the way is Brody Webster. Carino there on the bottom. Look at Benton as well. And Webster gets in the way of Aiden Donahue, nearly getting together. Here's Bryce Benton trying to get to the inside of Cole Wilson, heading down the front stretch yet again, coming to lap 25 this time in Fontana. Here's Aiden Donahue, though, for 5th on Jacob Clarino.
How about Clarino this race? He may be getting passed by Donahue now, but he is still in this lead pack. He has an opportunity to make something happen in a few laps' time. I told you, he's been improving. I didn't think he improved this much, though. Great run for the 33.
Here comes Cole Wilson around the outside of Richard Cherry, getting pushed by Bryce Benson, heading down the back straightaway in the 3 and 4 again. Cherry might lose 2 spots with Bryce Benson coming outside as well, and Aiden Donahue with a run. All of a sudden, Richard Cherry.
That bottom lane.
Yeah.
That bottom lane does not look like it's the place to be. Every single time someone gets down there, you get pinched really hard, and it's really hard to drive up off the corner without hitting the guy. So you saw with Jacob Malone that put Cherry in the wall, and that's what you're seeing with Cherry again now.
Yeah, Cherry now has Aiden Donahue on the outside as Donahue looks to take 4th place away, and he might lose this spot to Jacob Clarino as well. Now Bryce Benson to the inside on Cole Wilson for 2nd. Look at the 9. All of a sudden, long run pace coming for Benson. Remember, he was battling with Aiden Donahue all race long in the special event at Texas last week. Side by side now for 2nd place with Wilson.
Benson's definitely figured something out, too. He's been able to push really hard, run in the top, and continue to keep the tires on it. That's something we were not able to see with him last season. He would push to the front, but always kill his tires. Not anymore. He is still up front to play, and he is actively hitting Cole Wilson.
Yeah, my goodness, as they head down the back straightaway yet again. Jacob Malone continues to lead here in lap 27. Expect pit stops maybe. Oh, never mind. Caution is out on lap 27. What happens?
Oh, big crash. Trenton Wilkin.
Oh, 93 Veloquest is destroyed. And Trenton Wilkin, that is exactly what he does not need to see. If we can actually get to him. If iRacing. Okay. Trenton Wilkin is absolutely destroyed. Let's take a look.
I mean, Max DiFilippi might be involved. He is not happy over the radio.
I don't know. Oh, Zane Armand. Oh, my God. Upside down. The 93 of Veloquest destroys Zane Armand and Max DiFilippi. Oh, my.
That might be one of the worst wrecks I've ever seen at this speedway. What a wreck for Bruce Valquez.
Riding along with him. Yet, they just came together, I think. Oh! Terrible, terrible crash. Holy.
My goodness, what a hit. I mean, thank God these guys are driving virtual race cars, and this car is not... There's no one in that race car, because, oh my goodness, that was a wreck.
Unfortunately, it might take out 3 cars here completely out of the race. Let's look from the blimp. If we can actually find the blimp. Okay, I'm blind. Okay, there we go. I mean... I don't know. Really unfortunate. Upside down. Oh, man, what a hit. Wow. All right, leaders are going to be beginning the pit, I believe. No? Oh, Trent Wilkin is sitting there by himself. Yeah, leaders are pitting. All right, so very interesting time for this caution to fall for sure. Here come your leaders. Down to pit road. So I would expect 4 first Goodyear tires, pack it full of fuel. Probably would have another pit stop in this race. Just looking at it, yeah, we definitely would. 4 fresh tires, Cole Wilson, good stop off pit road first. Going to be Jacob Malone. Second, battle between Benton and Wilson. I believe Benton actually, no, Wilson got it. Benton third, 4th, Rich Cherry, 5th, Aiden Donahue. Jacob Clearno went up in 6th. And the caution is out yet again. That's so unfortunate for drivers like Trenton Wilkin who really needed these points. He is done, obviously. All right.
Hearing several people now say that they'll this is now a fuel mileage race. But I also heard Jacob Malone just say everyone's good on fuel. So conflicting thoughts right now. Aiden Donahue's good by a lap.
Yeah, it's going to be really close. I mean, they're not going to be that good on fuel, obviously, as the cars back here roll off. Xander Bond got some pretty heavy damage as well in that 6 machine. So did Max DiFilippi. So really unfortunate here. A lot of cars pretty torn up in this one. Here comes Brody Webster back off pit road. And the 7 of Doc Morton as well. As leaders come to the choose. Malone's going to go outside here with Cole Wilson on his inside. All right, as we get ready for the restart on lap 30 here in the Grand National Series race in Fontana. Been a pretty solid one so far. Jacob Malone, though, going to restart on the outside lane. We had about a 25-lap green flag run. The caution comes out right before pit cycles were going to start. So, changes the game here. Cars get fuel, obviously. Still waiting some more cars to catch back up here in the back to the main grid. So, of course, some drivers are getting fuel. Well, most everyone getting fuel, obviously, getting 4 fresh Goodyear tires on the race cars. But it's going to be I would say there has to be a lot of tire saving now to the end, especially if they can make it on fuel.
Yeah, I don't think we see any action, especially since John Nagayan is not in this race. Apparently, he attempted to, but thank God iRacing had an update and he could not make it.
Wow. 40 laps to go this time by this. Still a lot of time. We're not even halfway through this race here in Fontana. Malone going to be on the outside. Cole Wilson there on the inside lane. Pace car is back in. Here we go for the restart. Once again in Fontana, back to green. Good start for Jacob Malone there on the outside lane. He is going to get clear, looking like on Cole Wilson. A couple of cars that are trapped the lap down, like some cautions to fly here so they could get some free passes as they head back into 1 and 2. Oh, Cole Wilson gets the bumper. Oh, he's going to turn. Jacob Malone. Oh, my goodness. They're all trying to save it. Oh, my God. How do they save it? Are you kidding me? Oh, man. Somehow nobody crashes.
I don't know what Cole Wilson was thinking. That's what we say about how he's awful. Well, look who's still leading now, the 82 of Aiden Donahue.
He just, yeah.
A second clear of Bryce, or not second, but he is a good lead on Bryce Benton.
He just slips right on by. Cheery, Malone, and Wilson all fall back. Now side by side down the front straightaway, 3 wide. Looking to the bottom goes Payson Lindsay. He's been so quiet all day long. Knox Thompson there up there as well. And how about Benton and Herglatz going for second place all of a sudden? This race just got flipped upside down. Oh, we got
another ride.
They saved it. Oh my goodness. Again they save it. Cheery is back here running outside the top 15. Same thing with the 22 of Cole Wilson. I don't think Jacob Malone's going to be very pleased with Cole Wilson, though. Pretty big mess of a restart. Somehow they all save it. And here is Herglatz under attack from the 48 of Knox Thompson. 3 wide down the front straightaway.
Payson Lindsay had a big drive around the outside, going for the 2-for-1. He's almost clear of Christian Herglatz. If he can run the top row, he should be able to get fully clear and run down Bryce Benton.
Into 3rd place goes that 99 of Lindsay, but still trying to clear them up on the outside lane. And he might get there on the outside of Benson. Yes, he will for P2. Lindsay definitely not tire saving whatsoever.
Yeah, he never does. He's a man on a mission. He must be hoping for a caution or something. He's
Look at Eli Franklin. Eli Franklin up to 6th.
Mason Wood is there too. Cole Clausen, Wyatt Youngblood, an absolute mess behind Aiden Donahue.
And here
One
comes
car in the wall, that's Herglatz, I think.
Jacob Malone trying to drive his way back up to P11 now after nearly getting wrecked on that restart from the lead. Absolutely wild turn of events. Benson moves up the racetrack. Knox Thompson trying to get 3rd place away. He will take P3. Benson falls back to 4th. He's got the 2 cars on his inside, Herglatz and Gregory. Herglatz now drives it deep into the corner, back to 3 and 4. Benson's got now Eli Franklin to his outside. How about that 24 car inside the top 10 for the first time all season? I know Fontana definitely can present some opportunity for some smaller teams to run up front like we're seeing tonight so far. But look at Jacob Malone through the middle. That 66 is absolutely flying his way back up through the field. Up in a P8. Side by side with Benson for B7 down the back straightaway. And Cole Wilson is not far behind either.
All these guys clearly must be good on fuel if they're pushing this hard.
But tires still do matter a lot. We're coming to halfway this time by. Malone gets clear on his teammate. Eli Franklin up in the 7th place he goes. Here is Gregory to the inside and Knox Thompson. Got the 71 of Cole Clausen up on the outside as well. Payson Lindsay's got Christian Herglass in the 00 down low.
This is going to be a big run down the back straightaway, though. Let's see if he can get anything for Aiden Donahue.
Oh, we got a crash! Wrecking down the back
Benson
straightaway.
goes
They save it again. Are you kidding me? But Bryce Benson's got big damage. Pete Tart got a piece of it as well. And everyone trying to get around them. They will, but those two do have damage. And they will be affected.
These guys all just ran out of room. We got big beef with the 58 and the 7 car. They have, I guess, wrecked each other several times and they were not happy. But
Payson
anyway,
Lindsay.
Payson Lindsay.
Yeah,
He's
two in the
with
lead.
Christian Herglass.
Yeah, look at Herglass and 00 in the bottom. He's got to run down this back straightaway again. There's the 82 of Aiden Donahue up top, getting shoved by that 71 of Cole Clausen. Wild racing down the back straightaway.
In the middle was the 5 of Michael Gregory. He's trying to make something happen.
Oh, they might get 4 wide for a second. Just ever so slightly. Clausen tries to step out of the gas. He's going to maybe shove Donahue down the front straightaway. Lindsay's got a big lead, but drafts are coming behind him. Look at Malone now getting pushed by Colt Wilson. How about that? Wilson maybe trying to give his apologies to Jacob Malone, who just got moved up the racetrack by Knox Thompson in the 48 car. Now Michael Gregory makes contact with Aiden Donahue. Wild scenes in Fontana. Just trying to get a chance to catch my breath. My goodness.
Look at the 66 Malone. He's back, and so is Cole Wilson.
Yeah, Malone there on the bumper of the 5 of Gregory. Now to the bumper of Cole Clausen and Aiden Donahue. He is the fastest car probably in this race we've seen so far tonight. Looking for his first Grand National win of the year. Oh, Donahue trying to block. Here's the 5 of Gregory. It's getting a little bit dicey at the front of the field. Of course, we will have a new winner for Grand National this season. Of course, the 2 Cup drivers that won so far this year, Axel Smith and Cameron Chandler, not obviously in this race. Cameron's in the booth. Axel Smith getting ready for the Cup race tomorrow. Malone to the inside. Cole Clausen, who currently runs second, tries to fend him off, and he will. Back into 3 and 4. Jacob Malone gets the 82 of Donahue up the racetrack. He got a little bit loose, and he's going to be 3 wide in the middle with Cole Wilson at the bottom.
I believe Donahue's still trying to save a little bit, but he is losing a bunch of track position. That's something you don't, very important here at this racetrack with how hard it can be to pass.
Herglass, the inside of the 82 of Donahue, and now look at the 71 of Cole Clausen. For the lead.
He's on a mission. He is driving the race of his life right now. Ran down Payson Lindsay. He seems to be clearly faster. Let's see how long it takes for him to pass.
But Jacob Malone back there running in 3rd for an opportunity as they head back into 3 and 4. Malone up the racetrack a little bit. Michael Gregory tries to get a run on him down the front straightaway. Where will Cole Clausen go? He shoves Lindsay down the front straightaway for now. Back at a 1 and 2. Here comes Cole Clausen to the inside on Payson Lindsay for the race lead. Can't get there just yet. Cole is back in line. Malone there running in 3rd. Of course, there are still now 30 laps to go in this race. Tires wear going to be a factor as this one continues. Does everyone have enough fuel to make it to the end? That's another question we got to ask.
Big blocks by Payson Lindsay on Cole Clausen. Clausen looked to the top on the on corner exit. Payson blocked. He's bounced down to the bottom. Still blocking into 1.
And here comes Cole Clausen on the bottom of the racetrack. They're 1 and 2 for the race lead. He is there. Can he get to his door down the back straightaway? Look at Malone, though. He's up top. Lindsay is clear. Gunn and Cole Clausen now for second. Jacob Malone trying to take the spot back. And Michael Gregory going with it.
Jason Lindsay dropped down trying to break the draft. Not effective in a slot car, so I'm not really too sure what he's doing. With Jacob Malone, Cole Clausen's going to tag in Jacob Malone. Let's see if Malone can do something on Lindsay.
And Malone clear into second place now. Malone's got to run. Looking to retake the lead. Look at Gregory to the outside of Clausen now. Malone all over the back bumper of that 99 car. He's been one of the fastest drivers all day long. Clausen back to the bumper of that 66 machine. Now Clausen, he made a bit of a mistake on the inside. He's going to get freight trained up top by Cole Wilson and then the 5 of Michael Gregory.
And look at the 82. Huge run from Donahue. He's going to go to the inside.
What a big send by Aiden Donahue. Almost contact with Herklotz and Clausen. Back into 3 and 4. Now they're 3 wide again. Clausen in the middle now for the race lead. Here comes Malone. Oh, in the wall.
Into the wall.
Oh, contact with Malone and with Lindsay. And now Gregory might have a run down the front straightaway. Side by side for the race lead. It's gotten dicey back there as well as they head back through 1 and 2. Neither one of these two looking to give an inch. Pretty aggressive drivers, Jacob Malone and Payson Lindsay, to say the least. How will this play out?
Not too sure how much respect is there.
3 wide!
Look at the bit by Gregory into 3.
For the lead in the bottom, 3 wide. Back through 3 and 4. Gregory almost slides up the racetrack. He's to lift out of the gas a little bit. Malone's going to get clear for the lead after all of that. And here comes Donahue, 3 wide middle.
Huge run ball for turn 4 for Donahue. He's going to go to the inside of Payson. Payson's trying to get to the inside of Malone as well.
Donahue for the race lead back in the bottom through 1 and 2. He cuts him down low. Side by side, back through 1. Door to door, leaning on each other. Malone's got the outside, tries to get that advantage. They head down the back straightaway. He is nearly clear on Donahue. Donahue back to the quarter panel of that 66 machine. On the bottom for the lead of this race. A lot of Cup regulars, top 4 all from the Cup Series. First non-Cup driver, it's the 22 of Cole Wilson, then a whole big line of the Grand National Series regulars behind him. About what? I don't even know. 10 cars deep? Almost contact back at a 1 and 2.
There was contact in the 1 and 2. Jacob Malone, he is trying to pinch Aiden Donahue all he can. He'll finally get clear now. He's over the radio to apologize, but these guys are going at it.
Yes, such hard racing at the front of the field tonight. Here comes Christian Herklotz on Cole Wilson for 5th place. Herklotz showing so much improvement this season, looking to pass the defending series champion.
Brody Webster, the lap car, coming back up on these guys. That's going to be something these guys are going to have to think about managing. We saw Brody was a little bit of a weapon to get around before. Let's see if Donahue can use him as a pick.
Single file now, back at a 1 and 2, so obviously wouldn't be as bad as if they were double file. Brody is pretty well off the pace, so hopefully he just gets out of the way. Down the back stretch in the 3 and 4 here on lap 47 in Auto Club. Webster, of course, slow car, black traffic. They're going to catch him in a, I would hopefully, oh my God. I was going to say it was going to be a good spot. That got a little bit dicey, though.
Yeah, lost Malone a lot of speed off that corner, but luckily for him, I don't think Aiden Donahue has enough of a run to make something happen. It's going to go to the outside. Yeah. Never mind, just a wide entry. See if he can get a run, though.
Donahue looking once again. Down this back stretch they go. Single file for most of the field. Herklotz now got 48 and Knox Thompson on his bumper as they battle for 6th. Knox Thompson had a really, really good finish in Richmond. I believe he finished 3rd, if I'm not mistaken. Somebody just blew up on pit road.
Yeah, Knox Thompson, I'm not really too sure where he came from that race, but he somehow found a way to end up with a good finish. He's running well right now. He's in position to, should anything happen, especially with Cole Wilson running into the back of Michael Gregory. Knox Thompson's
Whoa.
putting himself in position, so is Cole Wilson. Let's see what these guys can do. As here comes Herklotz on Cole Wilson.
Clausen, who was battling for the lead before, runs 8th, still in this main group. And then you got Cherry back there at 9th. Clarino rounds out your top 10, your pole sitter. Here's Herklotz, the 00, back to the bottom. On the 22 of Cole Wilson, battling for 5th place.
Wilson had that outside, and we talked about it all night.
Whoa.
You can get a good pinch on the guy on the inside and just drive away. That's what Cole Wilson just did. Herklotz is not going to go away, though. He's looking back to the inside.
And Christian Herklotz is on an absolute mission to try to pass your defending Grand National Series champion, Cole Wilson, trying to get to the outside, it looked like, on Michael Gregory.
Yeah, he was definitely trying to stick it there, but Gregory he told him, you're either going in the wall or we're both wrecking if you don't lift. Cole Wilson obviously chooses the lift, but now here Herklotz back to his inside.
Side by side as they go into 3 and 4 for 5th place. With 20 laps to go this time by in Auto Club. I mean, look back now, Cherry and Clarino, it looks like they're both kind of maybe saving a bit of tire back there. Could be useful later in the run.
Okay, this 3 wide now with 1 and 2 for a moment. Gregory's running the top. He looks like he wants to go.
Yeah, Herklotz back to the inside on that 00, trying to find a place in line behind Knox Thompson, in front of Knox Thompson, I should say he will. These two are pulling away from the rest of the field, Malone and Donahue. Here comes Knox Thompson back to the inside on the 00 of Herklotz. They're side by side again. Heading down the front straightaway, and Thompson falls back in line. Old Clausen now the bumper of Thompson, battling for 7th. Richard Cherry, don't count him out yet, in 9th. And battle for 2nd, 3rd place actually, I'm sorry. Michael Gregory starting to get a run there on the 99 of Payson Lindsay. Single file most of the field.
See Payson Lindsay moving up to the top. He's going to make it as hard as possible for Gregory to get by. But back up to the front, Aiden Donahue, he's sizing up the 66 of Malone. At any moment, that 82 car will pounce.
How aggressive is Malone going to be? Of course, these two both race full-time on Thursdays in the Cup Series together. So, I mean, I don't think they would want to piss each other off too much or anything. We'll see. How aggressive will Donahue be? On Jacob Malone, he is definitely clearly faster. Payson Lindsay is absolutely sliding down into 1 and 2. And now for the lead, here comes Donahue on the bottom.
Malone got a little tight, maybe got the wall off of turn 2. That allowed Donahue to his inside. It's going to get clear, but can Malone make a charge on the outside?
New leader Aiden Donahue. Look at Gregory now back to the inside on the 99 of Lindsay. He is going to take 3rd away. Malone tries to get a run down the front straight, but the 82 now has the lead, coming to 17 to go.
Malone just said it over the radio.
Oh!
He thinks he's going to need a yellow. Big move by Cole Clausen all over the back bumper of Richard Cherry. And that was to the inside.
Cherry, though, he is coming through this field. Oh, my goodness. Clausen nearly got to the bumper of Knox Thompson. Jacob Clarino trying to take advantage of this whole mess. As they head down the backstretch. Caution, you know, could come at any time. We've had 2 so far today. Thompson's shoving Cherry up the racetrack, nearly making contact. Thompson had the back out of it ever so slightly. Clarino now battling.
To drive away. Yeah, you talk about it. Here comes Clarino now.
Side by side with Cole Clausen.
Not too far ahead of them though. The battle on Payson Lindsay and Michael Gregory, that's still going on. Payson's trying to get a run off for 2.
For the lead, it's still 0.2 of a second, but you heard over the radio, Jacob Malone would probably need a yellow, I guess, to make it on fuel. But he said
tire wear.
Oh. I was going to say, he said he was a lap to the good. We're not exactly sure if everybody's good here to the end on fuel. Coming to 15 laps to go this time by. Here's Jacob Clarino on the bottom, looking to get 8th place away from Knox Thompson. Cole Clausen up there as well. Car just getting to the wall a little bit. Oh my goodness! It was Max DeFilippia, I think a lap car, yeah. That was close.
Yeah.
Severe leaders.
DeFilippia is just trying to get out the way of all these guys. He asked a minute ago where Aiden Donahue wanted him to go. He went there, and now he's just letting everyone through.
Ooh, they're gonna trying to split him a little bit 3 wide now between the lap car down the front straightaway. Here's Clarino side by side with Lawson down the front stretch, trying to catch up to Max Thompson as well. Here's Herklotz battling now with Rich Cherry for 6th place. I mean, Rich Cherry is looking like one of the fastest cars on the racetrack right now. Lawson back to the inside again as this battle for what is about 8th place continues.
We said it all night too. Jacob Clarino and Knox Thompson, even Cole Clausen, all these guys are having a pretty solid run. I'm sure Clarino starting on pole, he would wish he was a little bit better. He was involved in that restart incident we saw, but still overall solid day for the 33.
Yeah, runs 8th, looking to quickly clear for 8th, and he will down the back straightaway. So a little bit further up front, you got a battle again between Payson Lindsay and Michael Gregory for P3. Malone is going to try to rerun down Aiden Donahue. The gap right now, 0.4 of a second as they head down the front stretch again, coming to 12 laps to go.
Malone and Gregory have been trying to go at it for quite a while. Payson's been, I mean, not Malone and Gregory. Payson and Gregory have been trying to go at it. Payson's been trying every single lane in the book to get any closer, could not do it, but here's the battle for, what is this? I don't really know.
5th. Cherry again. How about that 8 car on the bottom? Side by side with his teammate Cole Wilson.
That 8 car is having a great recovery. He was the worst that got, well, one of the worst that got screwed over from that restart incident. He is already passing back Cole Slauson. And maybe he can go run down Payson Lindsay as Jacob Malone up front. He is in the wall.
That's lost some momentum here down the front straightaway. Malone is usually known for maybe falling off a little bit as the run goes on. Been a lot better with that as of late, though. But so far, maybe having some struggles. With 11 laps to go in Fontana, here comes Michael Gregory to his inside. Looking to clear for 2nd place, and he barely will. Oh, on the wall! Cleared up a little bit too much. Malone didn't lift enough. Now there comes Payson Lindsay. Swings all the way to the bottom of the racetrack. Oh, he makes contact with Malone. Back into the 3 and 4. Malone on the bottom. Now he's really, really struggling.
Gregory went for a slider there off of 2. Malone was not happy with it. Payson's not happy about the block. And Richard Cherry's giving his comments. But here comes Gregory back on Payson.
Yeah, but with these 3 doing this, Richard Cherry could be in there in a matter of laps to pass all 3 of them. And that 8 car as they head back into 1 and 2 with 10 laps to go in Fontana.
I do believe Gregory is one of the faster cars on the racetrack. I'm not sure if he's fast enough to catch up to Aiden, especially now having to pass Payson Lindsay. But we could see a good battle for 2nd on our hands. As look at the slider by Christian Herklotz on Cole Wilson.
Wilson falls back now to 7th. Donahue a 2nd lead as these 4 continue to battle for P2. Malone back into 4th. He led a lot of laps tonight. Obviously lost the lead a little bit ago to Aiden Donahue. Now loses 2nd and 3rd. Clearly the most laps led bonus would be actually given a point, because it'll most likely be a Cup Series driver at the end of this one. Cup drivers run 1, 2, 3, 4. They've won every race this season, but the Grand National drivers are not far behind at all, with Cherry, Herklotz, Wilson, Clarino, and a lot of others. Ortega when he gets back, Wilkin when he doesn't crash. So they're not far behind. But Cup drivers have so far came into the year and then have been sweeping the races so far, looking to go for 3-4-3 on the season. After winning in Daytona and Richmond now, Aiden Donahue looks to win in Fontana would be your third winner in 3 races, of course, this year. So it would be yet another Cup Series driver. Side by side with Cherry and Malone, back into 3 and 4. Cherry is going to take that 4th place away. What a run by the 8 car of Richard Cherry. He has been really impressive into 4th place. He goes. Gap 7/10 of a second between Aiden Donahue and Payson Lindsay. Dick Malone once again up on top of the racetrack. They're starting to catch some lap traffic. That's 68 of Pranter in the 9, of course, Bryce Benton.
Brady Webster, he's still several seconds off the pace. They'll probably catch him pretty soon too.
And Cole Wilson's now under fire from Jacob Clarino for 7th. Here comes Clarino, gonna get to the outside, and Wilson might fall back to 8th place here. He will.
Cole Wilson completely burned his tires getting back through the field. I'm not really too sure how he burned them this bad, but not the run the driver the 22 wanted to see, especially with Jizzle Wilson coming after him, probably for Sonoma.
Trying to ride along with Payson Lindsay, it doesn't really work. Okay. Sorry about that. As they head down the back straightaway. 5.5 laps to go. The gap's still about at 7/10 of a second or so between Donahue and Lindsay. There is Malone running just ahead of Christian Herklotz, who's trying to catch him, looking to get a top 5 finish tonight for Herklotz. Really, really good in the points. If you can do that. Your points leader coming to this race, Ethan McMillan, currently runs solidly in 12th. I mean, not a bad day at all for McMillan, all things considered. But I don't know if he's going to be able to keep the points lead after this. Donahue and some lap traffic now with Travis Prather, I should say. Side by side, here comes Herklotz up top on the outside of Jacob Malone. And here,
slowly running down. Yeah, there he goes on the inside of Michael Gregory.
For 3rd place. Richard Cherry, I mean, probably hoping he had more laps because he could have the opportunity if we had more laps than 4 to go in this race to catch down Hayden Donahue once he passed Payson Lindsay. I mean, he is flying.
He's been about a 10th a lot faster than the majority of the field. This last part of the race, definitely a 10th and a half fast. I mean, a 10th ahead of Aiden, half a 10th on Payson. Sure, yeah, he absolutely wishes there was about 10 more laps.
He do for sure have an opportunity to win this race. Almost in the wall goes Gregory. He rips the boards to 3 and 4. About a 3 to go for Aiden Donahue. Battle's still going on back here. Christian Herklotz looking to pass Jacob Malone for 5th place. Herklotz so impressive this season, and the impressive runs continue. Becoming one of the top contenders in the Grand National Series this year. Really, really good steps in the right direction in his 2nd full-time Grand National season. Cole Wilson, pretty big fall off here, back to 8th place. Maddox Beard runs in 9th. Knox Thompson rounds out your top 10, but it is a battle back here. Cole Clausen involved and Ethan McMillan. How about him? He's starting to come on strong with some good long run pace. And here comes Herklotz, the outside of Malone. Malone tries to block him off, coming to 2 to go.
Now he's looking for Payson Lindsay.
They're also side by side here. Lindsay just doesn't have Cherry on his bumper yet. Jake Clarino is going to have a run down the back straightaway for 2nd, battling between the 99 and the 8. And Donahue through 3 and 4, looking to take the white flag this time by. Here's Jacob Clarino on the bottom, Christian Herklotz, the 66 and Malone there as well. White flag in the air one more time around for Aiden Donahue. Looking to win his 2nd ever race in the Grand National Series at Fontana. And here comes Cherry, trying to get there on the 99 of Lindsay. Final lap, through 1 and 2 he goes for 2nd. I mean, you say just needed a few, maybe 5, 6 more laps, he could have been there. They're 3 wide back here as well for a minute. Cheery clear into that spot. Malone trying to hold on with 2 cars charging on his bumper as they head down the back straightaway. Through 3 and 4. And coming to the checkered flag, they're side by side again for a second. Between Cheery and Lindsay, but to the checkered flag, Aiden Donahue's gonna see it. He will win in Fontana for the 2nd times. Across the line, 2nd is Cheery, 3rd. And they battle back here. Herklotz, I think he got, no, he didn't get 5th. Malone somehow just beats Herklotz. No, Herklotz did get 5th. All right, updated. Malone 6th, Clarino 7th, Wilson, Beard, and Mason Ward somehow got a top 10 here. Or was there something on the final lap?
Yeah, Brady Webster just cleaned out Wyatt Youngblood. I don't know what. Brady Webster must have gotten into another can of Twisted Tea and just, I don't know what he was doing.
I'm not really sure either. But Aiden Donahue gets the job done. He won back here in Season 2, now wins in Season 5 in Fontana. It is career win number 14 for Aiden Donahue and his first win of Season 5 in any position in the NASCAR iRacing FedEx League. Congratulated. Such a well-respected driver. He's fast, and he doesn't really cause anything, so. He will, of course he is. Lindsay just lost 2nd there in the final lap. Cheery, what a drive up through the field. Finishes P2. Look at the post-race replays, how that final lap crash ultimately ended up happening. Aiden Donahue, though, goes to victory lane. He wins in Auto Club. What a race. Pretty solid one all around, only 2 cautions. Definitely a much-needed 2-caution race after what we saw in Richmond.
Yeah, thankfully a lot of these guys came in here and proved to us that they understand how to operate a moving vehicle, because,
yeah,
golly, Richmond was rough.
And Aiden Donahue will burn this down. Your winner in Fontana.
If only we could see all the smoke coming from his car. Thank you, iRacing.
Yeah, I'm not really sure why that's like that.
Do hope one day that we can get good enough graphics where we can see the smoke, because I'm sure Aiden, he sees a bunch of smoke coming from his car, but unfortunately for us, that's not the same for whatever reason.
Oh, a little bit of smoke. Ever so slightly, my God. So top 10. Donahue obviously wins the race. Cheery, Lindsay, Gregory, Herklotz. That's the top 5. Malone, Clarino, Wilson, Beard, and how about Mason Ward? We got to look at the final lap. Something's changed there in the last lap. It was pretty chaotic. Youngblood ended up crashing. A couple of other cars ended up crashing. So there's some cars that were not a lap down or a lap down and finishing here. Bryce Benton, I believe, one of them as well. And Aiden Donahue wins in Fontana for his 14th career Grand National Series win. Most all time. For your Season 2 champion, he'll be looking to sweep at least Fontana week. Can't officially sweep the week with, of course, Eldora happening for the Truck Series on Tuesday. And then, of course, Wednesday, we went to, or last night, I should say, we went to Kern for iCar. But looking to sweep the week in Fontana. All right. Let's, real quick, look at the post-race replays. So you said it was Brody Webster, right, Cameron?
Yeah, Brody Webster, I don't know what he was doing.
Let's watch. So he's there, or I believe they're coming to their white flag at least. Oh my goodness, what? I'm not really sure. And then Youngblood just trying to save it, spins through the grass. I saw Bryce Benton in the grass as well. I think this was coming to the checkered for the leader, Aiden Donahue. And then Benton, I think, just crashed after the fact, I think. Probably what happened there, but I want to see what happened with Mason. Oh, Clarino just. Oh, this is after the checkered flag. All right. So I want to see what happened though with Mason Ward somehow getting around. I think it was Ethan McMillan and some others. So he got a. It was Ethan McMillan. I think he got like 3 spots out of this. Let's watch. I believe they're coming to their white flag. McMillan got around his teammate Cole Clausen. He was battling with Knox Thompson. Or, I'm sorry, yeah, Knox Thompson was, I believe, for 10th or 11th. Went to the inside. Oh, and he just goes up and nearly turns him around. Luckily, he saves it, and then They all wash up the racetrack. Mason Ward on the back straightaway. Still not really sure how he got around them. McMillan was holding on.
Yeah, McMillan, if you come back and look at this, I'm not going to lie. That was an attack what you did in turn 1. And oh my God, I don't know. What is going on?
They were 4 wide. Oh, and McMillan got turned by his teammate. Ended up spinning coming across the line. And that's how Mason Ward got that spot. My God. All right.
Yeah, all 4 of them. I mean, I don't know what all 4 of them just attacked each other off of, on that final lap. I don't know what they were doing.
Wow. Well, it was pure chaos behind the winner, Aiden Donahue. So 3 for 3 on Cup Series winners. But Cameron, I would think that would have to change pretty soon. You see drivers like Cheery up here, Christian Herklotz, obviously your defending series champion, Cole Wilson. We saw it tonight. Jacob Clarino could get the job done. It probably has to change pretty soon. Trenton Wilkin maybe for one of these Grand National drivers, one of the regulars to get the victory lane.
Yeah, we got to kick out these darn Cup drivers. I mean, Aiden Donahue, he comes in here and takes up all the wins. I think he needs a lifetime ban from the Grand National Series and put Cameron Chandler in one of the cars.
All right. Well, luckily, Cup drivers only get 8 starts, and they obviously can't race for the championship. So, post-race interviews, though, coming up here in Auto Club. What a race. My goodness.
Man, we go to Sonoma, Matthew White's playground next week, too. I've heard Matthew White's racing there, too, so we might be going 4 for 4.
But don't count out Cole Wilson. He's very good at Sonoma as well.
No, he's not. He's horrible.
Wow. All right. Post-race interviews coming up. First off with Aiden Donahue. Aiden Donahue, you played the strategy right. It was pure chaos behind you. You were battling with Jacob Malone. You got into a little bit of contact with him. Ultimately, you got around him, and you take home the win in Fontana. It's your second career win in the Grand National Series in Fontana after winning your first ever league race here back in Season 2. How did you ultimately play it all right and win this race?
Man, you just got to go for it on restarts and stuff. When you have cold tires, you don't have to lift for turn 1, so you can get a whole bunch of them there. But after that, it's save tires and execute. We did, and yeah, it feels good to be back.
Yeah, of course. This is going to be big momentum, I would say, heading into the Cup Series race tomorrow night. So I know the Cup Series car definitely a lot more similar to the Grand National Series car this season than other prior seasons. So did you learn anything that you could – obviously you're so good at Fontana, but did you learn anything maybe about the new track conditions or whatever? Anything new with iRacing, as we haven't been here in a little bit, that you can apply to the Cup Series race tomorrow night?
Yes and no. Some things I learned tonight were the way this car is set up, it acts over. There's like a weird bump in turn 3, so you have to really wait for it. You didn't used to have to do that, but turn 1's still the exact same. I late in the run, it took a while for it to do it, but once it did it, I'd get on the throttle a little bit, and that'd be my extra rotation. Then I'd just be able to full throttle the rest of the way. But no, it was fun going up through there, ripping the fence, making it 3 wide a couple times. Me and my boy Mike Gregory, we were flying through the field there for a little bit.
Well, of course, after you'll wrap up the celebrations tonight for your 14th career Grand National Series win. Of course, most are all-time, our Season 2 Grand National Series champion. You'll obviously wrap up the celebrations and then get ready for the tomorrow night's Cup Series race here in Auto Club. Obviously, going to be a stacked grid as always. A couple of drivers suspended, though, so that maybe washes it out a little bit. A lot of the drivers, though, that were in this Grand National race will probably be in the Cup Series race tomorrow night. You think maybe a weekend sweep here at Fontana is possible?
I think anything's possible when it's showtime, man. Yeah, this track is really fun. We're really good at it. Top 5 favorite tracks, and we're going to go give them hell tomorrow, that's for sure.
All right, Aiden. Well, of course, congrats on the win here tonight. Your second ever win in Fontana and Grand National. You'll be looking for your second ever win in the Cup Series tomorrow night. Good luck trying to sweep the week tomorrow night and have fun celebrating this one. We'll see you tomorrow for the Cup Series.
Yes, sir. See you then.
What in the series, Aiden? I'm trying to catch up to you.
No thanks. I got to pull away from you.
Wow.
All right. We could actually move him. There we go. Coming up next, what a drive through the field by Richard Cherry. Richard Cherry, such an impressive drive through the field. Of course, You nearly got wrecked there when Cole Wilson tried to wreck the 66's Jacob Malone for whatever reason. Luckily, you guys all saved it. We stayed green to the end of the race there after all of that. And you ultimately drive your way up to second place and might have had a shot for the win if this race continued going on. I mean, what a drive. How was it out there?
I'm gonna try not to curse because I'm really used to cursing. So I already cursed earlier in the stream, but yeah, I mean it was enjoyable to go back to fighting the leaders and not fighting for P15. So really a big contrast from Richmond. I felt great throughout the night. Just I was getting tired at the first run, and then we fixed it on the second run, and yeah, that A car was really fast. So we were able to pass high, low, in the middle, able to get on the gas sooner. It was really enjoyable. Just pit crew also did a great job. 2 spots there in the pits. So we do a perfect day and still get beat. So that's how it goes, I guess. Congratulations.
Yeah, of course, but how much, like, I know you guys, obviously, it was pretty, maybe a little bit disappointing after you got almost taken out there and falling way back even outside the top 10. I mean, how much of a confidence booster is this for you guys, knowing that you could absolutely run down everybody and nearly even win the race after falling back from some adversity?
It's going to be really good for Michigan. By the way, shout out Cami Chandler. But yeah, for any other track, I don't know. I mean, I'm not going to race Sonoma just because, I mean, I kind of want to run real part-time and not just full-time accidentally and start fighting for championships and stressing out about things I shouldn't be stressing out. So, yeah, we'll see what tracks are good for us and what tracks are bad for us.
All right, well, Cheery, I'm assuming we'll see you tomorrow night.
Not really. Carlos Ortiz is going to be running the 29, so.
All right, well, Rich Cheery, we'll see you at a track soon.
All right, thank you.
That A car.
Yep.
All right. Cameron Chandler, why don't you do an interview?
Okay, well, Payson Lindsay is absolutely a horrible driver. He's absolutely obsessed with TJ Moon. So, Payson Lindsay, how'd you finish third?
I mean, we had good speed, but the field forgot what the brake pedal or the gas pedal was on the initial start, and we got absolutely destroyed on lap 1. So we rode around in 22nd in our natural habitat most of the race, and then from there, we just had such a great team, Chevy Motor Club Chevrolet, so we were able to drive our way from 22nd to, I believe, like 8th in about a lap after that first yellow. So, yeah, I think Lucas came back at the shop and all the mechanics that absolutely hate me, and hopefully we can be one better tomorrow.
Yeah, talking about people who hate you. You sat there for about 3 laps trying to rage bait Jacob Malone into responding to you. Tell me why you were mad at him and why. Just tell me about that incident.
I mean, he just blocked me below the white line. I mean, I don't know what he was expecting. If he didn't do that, me and Gregory probably could have caught Aiden, or at least had a better shot at it. But no, instead we're going to block below the white line when I'm already on his inside. So next time we will not be turning the wheel further left.
Okay, so Payson Lindsay, a rare decision not to just clean out someone, but next time he will. So you're unfortunately racing tomorrow. You're probably going to take someone out, but you at least got 70 laps of practice in this car. How is that going to help you for tomorrow, and how many people are you going to wreck?
Well, I don't think it's going to help us at all because this car drives nothing like the Gen 4, but I mean, hopefully we wreck nobody, but if we were to wreck someone, it would definitely be TJ Moon, and hopefully we come out with a win tomorrow. Okay,
Payson Lindsay absolutely loves TJ Moon. He still is horrible, though. Goodbye.
Wow. That was inspiring.
Okay, Michael Gregory is not in the thing, so let's bring in Kristen Herklotz. Kristen Herklotz, you finished P5, a great day for your 00 questionable motorsports team. Still should be driving for Team Chevy Motor Club, but that's besides the point.
Nice try.
What a run for you. Talk me through your day.
We started at 7th, I think. Just kind of chilled after the day, tried saving my stuff there. And honestly, I think I just wasn't pushing hard enough at the beginning. And then toward the end there, I saved enough stuff and got aggressive, really, and just made some difficult passes, but got the job done.
Yeah, I'm actually looking at, well, I guess Cheery is technically full-time, but you are realistically the highest finishing Grand National driver in this race. So how does that feel?
Feels pretty good. Didn't think it would happen, but realistically, you could be points lead, maybe. I don't know. Um, but yeah, it feels pretty good to being a highest finishing Grand National Series driver.
We go to Sonoma next week. I'm not too sure how you are on road courses. I think you do endurances, so you should be decent. All right, how do you feel about your chances there?
Well, in both my Xfinity starts at road courses, my lowest finish is 5th, so feel pretty confident. Definitely really excited. Been practicing for a couple weeks for that race, so definitely really excited to get over there.
All right, well, I'm rooting for you, man. Dethrone Matthew White. Matthew White should never win at Sonoma ever again. And good luck next week.
Yep. Thank you.
Okay. Jacob Malone is not there. Oh, hold on. We're gonna take an intermission. I'm getting Cole Wilson in here. Give me a few moments. And Ethan, interview someone else while I get Cole Wilson on the hop.
Okay, nice try. Anyways, coming up next is gonna be let's see here. Jacob Clarino.
Yeah, I actually forgot it's Jacob
Oh.
Clarino. I want to talk to him.
All right.
Jacob Clarino, absolute marvelous run. Well, I wouldn't say marvelous run. You finished P7, but you got the pole, man. A great start to this race. Good momentum going into next week. Talk me through it. Hello.
Yeah, so it was obviously I was pumped for getting pole. It was really motivating, but what's called? I thought I was gonna have a really good run, going in coming in after the first caution, aka the last caution, and the next thing you know, I'm having to check up for my two teammates wrecking, and I was just so pissed after that because me and Shiri had so much track position lost, and it was just ruined our day. We were able to climb back, pass a few wrecks, and make it back into the top 10. He had a Cheer. I like how shout out Cheer. He had a really good run, made all the way back to the top.
Wow.
Huh?
Okay.
What happened?
Yeah, I'm having misclicks on my first FedEx race back. Yeah, I like shout out Cheery, and then also I had really good, I guess I call it good time battling for the top 5. I was a little bit mad when 00 of Christian Hargotts tried to take me 3 coming to the white, but I can't blame this last lap. We're going for top 5, so I tried giving him going to 1. And next thing you know, they all got by me, but it was fun. Me and Jacob Malone finished back to back. Yeah, good run today for Monster Energy 33.
Man, I tell you, this entire race, at the beginning of practice, at the start of the race, middle of the race, end of the race, I was glazing you. I said you've gotten so much better. Really, you proved me right today. Absolutely fantastic run. I didn't even realize you were fighting for 5th. Man, if Cole Wilson wasn't a terrorist, you probably would have easily had inside the top 5. Great run for you today, and hopefully you can do better next week. How do you feel about that?
Feeling really good, especially it's my home track, Sonoma, California. And I've showed speed in road courses last season, FedEx Watkins Glen S4, aka last season, aka what I just said. I finished 4th. That was my really first ever good showing of my road course pace.
All right, man. Jacob Abner, Jacob Clarino. I don't know what you go by, but solid run. Let's do. I don't know what's after Sonoma. I expect you to do better on whenever we go back to the oval. Inside the top 5, Jacob Abner. That's what I'm expecting for you, man.
I got you.
I sure hope he doesn't disappoint me later. Cole Wilson's an absolute bum. He doesn't want to come in here. He's hung up the phone. Jizzle Wilson, honestly, is probably beating him down. He probably figured out about his horrible grades. So, let's see. Is Maddox Beard in here? No, he's not. Mason Ward, blue-collar driver that Cole Wilson wrecked at Richmond. He's not there either. Have we met our quota? I think half these people didn't race.
Brady Webster.
Oh, wait, actually, hold on. Let's talk Knox Thompson, because I didn't understand what was going on that final lap. Knox Thompson, we saw you battling for, I think, 10th. I don't know what position it was. And on that last lap, I don't know what I witnessed, but that was some of the most terroristic driving, man, from Cole Clausen, Ethan McMillan, Mason Ward, and yourself. Talk me through what you were thinking there.
Brain shut off on that last corner. I got shoved right into Clausen, and I had nothing I could do. Just basically prayed and hope that that I wouldn't take out anybody. So, still, it was kind of bad, but Ward shoved me up there. Looking at Ethan's screen share, Ward shoved me up, and I basically had nowhere to go. I'm kind of angry at myself for taking out Ethan McMillan after that, but nothing much I could do.
I'm not looking at the replay, but from what I remember, I think Ethan McMillan took himself out. I'm not too sure. It was just complete terror on that last lap. But before then, you were running pretty solid inside the top 10 most of the day. How about that?
I'm pretty proud of the race I put on, but it was unfortunate. Just wrong place, wrong time, like always, and kind of killed my tires. Trying to stay behind, but also stay with the field. Just killed my tires.
Well, I'm sure that run still gives you a good bit of momentum. We go to a road course next week, so I'm just gonna ignore that. But for when we go back to the oval, how do you feel?
I'm actually pretty good at Sonoma, so excited for that. I don't know where we go after Sonoma, but still excited. Feel like I got some good points on the people who didn't show up, like Chris and Jeremiah suspended, so gained some good points on them.
All right, man. Well, good run today, and good luck next week in Sonoma.
Thank you.
Oh, I almost moved myself. That wouldn't be good. Hold on. We're going to take a quick intermission. Cole Wilson has finally sent me a chat, and he said he doesn't want an interview. Wow.
That's unbelievable.
What a loser. Okay,
that
anyway.
Suspension worthy.
It should be. I mean, and he, when he took out Mason Ward last time out at Richmond, I mean, I have said it multiple times. Mason Ward, he is new to this league, I'm pretty sure. He's a blue-collar racer. He's racing for a team that is trying to make funding. And he was having a great run out in Richmond. He was in the top 10, no damage to his vehicle. And Cole Wilson just decided to clean him out and absolutely ruined his race. Ruined his race car. I mean, Ward actually, I think, ended up beating Cole Wilson anyway. So that shows how bad Cole is. But, yeah, and it's just unbelievable what Cole Wilson does sometimes. Anyway, we're going to talk to another Cole that was involved in that last lap terrorism. Cole Clausen. Now, I just talked to Knox Thompson. I don't know what I witnessed you four do on that last lap, but talk me through it.
Yeah, well, I was racing that clown for like 30 laps straight. It had to have been. And, me and McMillan, we kind of tossed him around a little bit because, he cut us, he was blocking us. He cut us off like 5 different times. And, he basically just full on put us all on the wall, allowed Mason Ward to pass all of us. I mean, yeah, the guy's a clown. He doesn't know how to race. I was battling him for 30 laps straight, and I couldn't get by him because he was racing like such a clown. But yeah, I got to second at one point. I was expecting a caution to come out with how many idiots we have in this league, and that unfortunately never happened, and my tires were killed, and unfortunately dumped my teammate on the final lap too because of that clown Knox Thompson. So yeah, not in a good mood right now. Probably dropped to like 5th in the standings, but I'm pretty sure McMillan might still be first, but we'll see.
Oh yeah, let's talk about you going up to second for a moment. I don't know where you came from, but you had an absolutely great run right for that little segment of the race. Honestly, might have been one of the fastest cars on the track. What were you thinking then?
Yeah, I mean, I got the pace in, and I was like, all right, I mean, I don't know what to do now, but then, my tires just fell off at that very moment because I was definitely burning some tire to get up there because I was very confident that we'd have a caution. I'd just come back down, get tires, restart in the top 5 or whatever, but that definitely never happened, and I dropped like a rock after that, but that's just proof that our 71 Mustang has some speed, and we'll be back at it next week.
Well, before we go to next week, I'm pretty sure we're gonna see that ice car out on the
Oh,
track
yeah.
tomorrow. So, how do you feel about that race, knowing you had pace at some point in this race?
Yeah, I mean Gen 4, just completely different car. I know I'm not the greatest in the Gen 4 car, but hopefully we can have some speed. I know it's gonna be real fast around there and maybe a little slick, but yeah, maybe we can work our way to the front. But yeah, pretty interesting race here at the Fontana.
All right, now we're gonna backtrack for one more question. Um, Going into next week, I know MNF did some testing. It wasn't the Gen 4 car, but you guys did some testing at Sonoma during the off season. How do you feel going into next week on your chances to win or even finish in the top 10 or top 5?
Well, all I gotta say is that you might be seeing something real special next week in Sonoma.
Okay, I'm not too sure what that means. I don't know if I should be scared or excited, but
All I'm gonna
that's
say is that we're gonna have probably the greatest run in team history.
oh, okay. So not a paint scheme. Okay, I was concerned.
Okay.
I was concerned we were gonna see a masterpiece paint scheme, but Cole Clausen, everyone, and good luck next week.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Ethan, did we meet the quota?
Let's see. Brody Webster.
Brody Webster. Now, here's the guy in the number 2 Chevrolet. I think it was in and out this week. I don't really know. I mean,
here's the guy.
yeah, Brody
Who-
Webster. Now, tell me what happened on lap 2 with
Oh
who
my God.
was it? Cam
Okay.
Caraway.
Okay. Like there was literally nothing I could have done there. I mean, we were both going for the same lane and like just kind of a racing incident. Even though Ethan said it was my fault, you fat piece of poop. Um, And yeah, so pretty much race was ruined off rip there. I would say it definitely wasn't our fault. We had the race car saved until we got clipped by somebody else and then just absolutely killed Rojan Coke. I mean, nothing we could do much about that. And then towards the end of the race, I mean, we've already hashed it out, but me and Wide Youngblood got into it a little bit because he pretty much brake checked me on a straightaway exiting the corner, and so I was like, you know what? I'm gonna get a little tight, and so coming to the checkered flag, we kind of got into it a little bit, to say the least.
Yeah, I mean, we definitely saw that, Brody Webster. It doesn't look too good in your case. I mean,
No,
I
no, no,
would
no,
be
no, 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 no,
shocked.
no, 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 no.
What do you
Me and
mean? No, no,
Wyatt
no, no.
Youngblood already hashed it out, and man, he said it's not that deep, and he said he's taking away the protest, and that I should not get a penalty for that. His quote, not mine.
Okay, well, I don't feel like reading all of this in the protest channel right now, but I still see his protest, Brody Webster, so it ain't looking too bright for you.
What do you mean we hashed it out? There's not that much to read either.
I don't really
Thank you.
care. Anyway, we
He
go to
said it's
Sonoma
all
next
right.
week. We
Keyword
go
it's
to
all right. Hey, we're getting last place there. If
yeah.
I really said I was getting last place here, we are really getting last place there. We've never raced the track. We've never drove it once. CWR doesn't take us to Sonoma to practice. Only Cole Wilson gets to go because he's the golden child. So yeah. Brody Webster got no practice time, so we're probably gonna be running from anywhere from last to second to last.
Well, the last time I heard you doing a road course, Brody Webster, it was the Le Mans 24. And let me tell you, you wrecked the car probably 5 times. I believe you ended up flipping the car. It was either you or Bryce Benton, one of the two. I mean,
That was Bryce Benton. Nice try.
okay, well, Bryce Benton at least is still good on road courses, unlike you. So yeah, any final comments?
Hey, Birdie Webster, free Birdie Webster till it's backwards.
What?
Hey, Ethan Trendler.
Don't care. Okay, did we meet the quota now? Aiden Holes. Aiden Holes, you didn't race, but you were a spotter for somebody. What do you think about the race?
Well, I was spotted for Pace and Lindsay. He kind of terrorized the whole field again. We got blocked to the bottom by an ETR car, go figure. But other than that, no, Pace and Lindsay did fine, I guess. So he finished third when he sucked in practice. So, average Pace and Lindsay move.
Hey, I want some entertainment. So should I bring TJ Moon in here?
Oh, no, that's done. I think for right now. I think.
Oh well, hold on. I need to talk to Wyatt Youngblood real quick. Wyatt Young. Never mind. He's gone.
All right. Oh.
Okay.
Oh, he's gonna terrorize everybody again. Again.
Andrew Stacy. Andrew
boy.
Stacy. You did absolutely nothing. I saw you type
No,
in chat, but I don't know what you
whoa,
did.
whoa, 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 whoa.
Yeah.
What did you
It's,
think of
it's all
today's
his
race?
fault. Brody Webster wrecked him.
All right,
all his
listen.
fault.
So I am spotting Brody Webster, and we have this strategy laid out. I even made a drawing. I made a drawing of our strategy. I laid it out. I laid out the plans. This guy wrecks lap 4 wide because of Michael E. Gregory being a little aggressive son of a gun, and that pissed me off. And I was living, and then I come. We're having a fun time. Omi TV on the second monitor, and we have a predicament. Wyatt Youngblood hits the brakes on the straightaway. Goes from 157 to 137. And Brody Webster, I said, don't do it. And his car just got tight. It was weird. It was weird all of a sudden. And you just never know. I mean, I'm gonna lawyer up for him. I'm gonna be a witness. I'm gonna be a witness for him, and I can back it up. We had the telemetry data. It was not intentional. We are deeply sorry to my teammate. Actually, he's a CHR driver, Wyatt Youngblood.
What?
Deeply sorry to him. Yeah, he's a CHR driver.
I did not know that.
We're deeply sorry. For ruining his lap down race. I thought if we put him in the pits there for we got him like 11 laps down. I maybe thought there was gonna be 11 cautions off the restart, but there wasn't. So.
Hey, well, do we want to bring Wyatt Youngblood in here again? I mean, he left instantly before.
No, he's not talking in the interview. I don't think he's gonna talk. I think he's just there with Brody Webster. Listen, I'm gonna say this. We may have a QM All-Star car coming to Sonoma. We have a specialty
What All-Star
driver.
do you have?
A guy in the truck series. We'll say that. He's made starts in the truck series. And he has an Xfinity.
Oh.
Yeah, he's a full-time Xfinity driver for 2 different teams.
That's not happening.
He is
He's
coming.
not. No.
I DM'd him and he said, "Yeah, I'm coming in for Thursday."
I do not believe that.
No, we believe it. Talk to Payson about it. Payson was the one who got him on board.
Oh my god.
They were in a C-Fix together, and then we got him. We got his Discord. He added us.
This has got to be a
Welcome to the team for one start race. Sonoma Raceway, Raja flipping Caruth. This is why I had my New Year's resolution. This was the plan.
I guess if there's a team for him to join, it would be QM.
Whoa. Yeah, the most prestigious team in the world. It is the most prestigious team in the world.
I wouldn't go that far, but...
questionable motorsports. I mean, it's a questionable decision for him to come down to FedEx. I mean, this is going to be a race of all time.
And it's questionable for you not to win the championship last season. You should have won. And then you got wheel damage and you hit the wall and you're a liberal.
I didn't get wheel damage. I just got terrorized.
No, good attempt. I finished better than you in the when I had an attempt at the championship 4. I finished better than you.
What do you mean? I beat you.
No. If we compare your last season finish in the championship 4 to mine 2 seasons ago, I beat you.
Yeah, but the issue is
competition.
Whoa,
you wrecked out the entire competition.
Matthew White went up on the racetrack and dumped me. He practically dumped the field.
No,
and then I wrecked Asbel afterwards.
No, you wrecked yourself into me, took out all of the field, and you still lost.
Pull up the replay, the Trendler. No. I'm in control now. I'm the owner of FedEx.
He's gone. They're both gone. TJ Moon, you didn't race, but yeah, you're here. What's your thoughts?
I watched. I will say it would have been better if I was in there because it looked pretty fun. But honestly, I can't wait for Sonoma next week. I'm coming back, and I'm not gonna be a terrorist this time. I'm gonna drive clean. I promise.
Ethan, what's your remarks to that? Wow, absolute crickets. I mean,
so,
I mean, Ethan, you can speak.
I mean, if y'all don't want me in racing next week, can I at least be in the booth?
Oh, you know what? That's a pretty darn good idea. I mean, we're gonna have Raja Karuth apparently racing next week.
Oh yeah, y'all want me in the booth.
Yeah. So, Ethan Trundler, you can sit there and wonder on that. I think we met the quota, so I don't really know. I'm sending you back.
I think y'all gonna keep me in here.
Oh, you know
I think
what?
I'm a pretty good announcer.
Hey, do you want to interview someone?
I do. I do.
Who do you want?
Give me Zane.
Okay, he's here.
Hey Zane, how was your race go, man?
Dude, I don't even know at this point. Like, I've lost count of pretty much how many races I've been taking out. Like, I've been caught up in pretty much everyone's problem. Like for the last 3 weeks, I'm just starting to lose it at this point.
So how'd you feel about pulling that wheelie after the 93 was inside your car?
Well, after suffering concussion, I don't really know how to feel after that. But yeah, I mean, if you were to listen on the radio, then yeah, I was screaming.
Yeah, I got to hear that, man. I'm so glad that you're here talking to us after that unfortunate wreck. You got anyone you'd like to thank?
And well, yeah, I want to thank Ace Attorney, Elements of Justice, Carolina Northern, and the SB Code, all my sponsors. So I'm proud to run them every week if I can. And
There
yeah.
we go. That is Zane Ramen, folks. The 6 guy.
I appreciate it.
All right, Eli Franklin next.
Hey Eli, how was your race, sir?
As well, yeah, almost in the side of top 5 at one point after that big checkup on the restart. Wasn't too bad. Top 15, we'll take it. Road course is not my greatest, but as long as we can finish it, Sonoma, I'll take it.
Yeah, there you go. Did you like the track combo, car track combo? Was it good?
I like the short runs. We have the burn up the tires, so I don't know why I couldn't save tires at all. First 10 laps were pretty good. After that, the tires fell off.
Yeah, do you have anyone you'd like to thank?
Thank Ethan Trainers let me race.
Of course.
And I'll see you in the booth.
Yep.
Grab Bruce. Oh, he's gone.
Okay, well, everyone's gone in the interview waiting booth, so that will do it. I am Cameron Chandler. Oh wait, Bruce is back. Here, I'll bring him in.
Bruce, how are you feeling, bud?
Not too much going on right now. Just
No.
a little bit pissed off at what happened.
Yeah, I feel you. I feel you. How'd you see it from your seat? You have anyone you'd like to thank?
Not too much.
Well, that's Bruce in the 93 card. Don't know how to say his last name. I'm sorry.
I mean, that's fine. And also, I could not even hear y'all. If y'all were trying to say something, I couldn't hear y'all.
Oh, how'd you see that wreck whenever you flipped? How'd you see that in your seat?
Honestly, from my seat, I thought as soon as I flipped, I heard my motor blew up. I was like, I'm done. I'm done with the race. I was screwed up the whole way around.
Are you sore anywhere? Hurt?
Real funny. But after that, I got mad. Nah, I was trying to save tires, and then I cannot tell if I got tired went up or he just absolutely just hooked me to the wall. But I stayed later on in the server to, just cheer on my teammate.
There you go. That's what we need, folks. We need a good supporter. Cameron, do you have anything to add? Ethan, do you have anything to add?
Nope.
Cameron's gone. We lost him.
All right. Well,
I think we lost him.
average camera Chandler. Anyways, that will do it for tonight. Of course, tomorrow night, the NASCAR iRacing FedEx Cup Series live at 8 p.m. Eastern Time.
They're taking too long. I'm Cameron Chandler. Ethan Trumler's the host. TJ Moon's here too. Good night from whatever this place is called, and we'll be back tomorrow.
Okay.
So, do you want me to race tomorrow, Ethan?